You probably need to mind your business. Y'all all right? All right, we here now. All right, we here. Y'all got your tassels on. You got your tassels. We'll get all right. Everybody all right? Let's see time. I apologize for the time. I know it had passed me. I was in there, but almost all taught a lot of Mr. Yahuwah. Nice to be here once again, making it, still living. Want to get it right. That's why we're here, right? Got a mind to get it right. Ain't that right? That's our reason to be here. All right, we're going to try to move on then. Oh, wait on Mal. You got to come in. Get on. Man, you got to wear the tassels out there to Cocobana. Slap one of them old hoes in the eye with it. Tassel whooper. Oh, you ain't been beat, you been beat with that tassel. Y'all, please don't take these home as no sex toy. Tell me to make it mighty good. She's like, what, please y'all don't go in. How many y'all are cool think about it now? Hey, that is really bad. Hey, you is too old for this. Keisha. Don't try like you ain't going to try to use these tassels. I thought they just That's why we cut them down. I knew it'd be somebody. Tell me, we're going to edit that from the video. All right, D2. Kid told me, I got some more. I'm making my own. Come here, Keith. Come here. Right, that joke on what that coming to when they not coming with that trading place in there, yeah. And that's all right. Was too to be here certainly. Keep aim Shell in alive. She wasn't feeling too well, but she's a presser. Everybody here, that's what we gotta do. Press our way. Long as we can while we on this side. That's my goal till I get out of here. I'm trying to make sure I do diligence like the book says to make my call and my election sure. And that right? I know when I move on, somebody else gonna move up. Somebody else gonna come in. Isn't that right? I want to make sure I done stake my claim while I was here. Isn't that right? I remember we were young. Sometimes you go places, you see a little place, you get a chance, you can write your name, or leave your name in concrete somewhere so people know you've been here. You know, I'm trying to leave my name. I want to stencil in the Sephora Kai. You know, in the Book of Life. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to get my name printed. Y'all all right? I know there had to be something for the apostle to hear they Shem was written in the Book of Kai. That tight down. Man told you rejoice of your Shem. He's like, I've been around now tasseling up. So get back, nigga. You ain't in no book. Never. I'm in the book. Apostle got a dance go with that thing. I mean, think about it. I mean, when the man tell your name in the book, that's what we working for that. Can you imagine he told them their name written in the book? Everybody think of that? Nigga, you know who I is? I'm in the book. That's what I'm working for. Get the Shem written. So I know I got to live a life while I'm here. Ain't that right? Working to make sure we get it right. I ain't trying to get this thing wrong. Trying to, when the time comes, got the part. You know, I've been there with y'all. You know, when you get older. Is something going on with the mic? Is it me? Because my head was down or something? It's you, nigga. Anyway, as you get older, one thing you have to come in to realization of, eventually, you know, time passing. You know it ain't gonna pass by too much longer for you. You know you've been here a while. Now, people tell you when you get some age, man, time go fast. Time go past. Time that you feel like, ooh, I'm already in my 30s. You get in your 40s, you be hoping back for some 30s. Every time you hit one, you want to go backward, but you can't go back. You got to go forward. And eventually you realize, you know, you expire. You know, your time is put out and it's up and it's in. So I'm trying to make sure that when I leave him, I won't be right. You try to live, you know, right, Sadiq, so that you're prolonged and inevitable. And like anybody, nobody just want to moot. You want to live. But the consolation is that, you know, there are people that came through who we mimic. They had to moot too. So then I had to consider it that it's not as bad as I thought it was, but it's a passageway. I guess what really get us is the fact that how long you have to moot. I think that's the thing. Because since the bara, the creation of the rocks, you know, man has moot. And time is going on. And a lot of these people are forgotten. You know, even some of the patriarchs that gone before us, everybody's name you don't know. There's been so many, you know, the writer in Abari said the time will fail him. So they don't know, you know, it's people you know, but it's people you don't know that did the same work.
That's right.
You know, you look at a man like Yahoo. That's the man he said he's going to send before that terrible Yun that Yahuwah was going to appear back. And he felt like he was the only one. But, you know, all he told him is, I got 7,000, hadn't even reserved, hadn't even bowed their knees. So there's some people, we don't know the name of any one of them, but all of him know. You know that right? Just like when Yuchanan asked when he was in the book of Kazum, when he saw those that had arrayed themselves in white apparel, he wanted to know who what he asked to do, he know where they came from. He said he knew. He told those that have washed their, you know, their robes in the dam of the Lamb until they came through great tribulation. You know, it wasn't written that we knew them, but there was a particular group set aside, and these people came through great tribulation. So you know, what we going through and what we doing, we ain't the only one. Ain't the only one, and you ain't got to be old to move either. Sometimes you say, goodness, it seems like death just for certain people until it hits somewhere close and you realize that's not too far from you. Isn't that right? It hit on your street or somewhere around or in your family, you know what I'm saying? It hit somewhere and you realize eventually it's going to be you. Isn't that right? Eventually it's going to be you. Do y'all think about that? I know sometimes like you want to try to erase some stuff out of your mind and keep going. You feel like you don't want to kind of linger on it, but it's the truth. And the reason why it's good to consider it, because when you can't get it right is when you know you partake of it. When you finally do reach the point that you moot, that's when you can't get nothing right. Everything you're going to get right, this your opportunity. So this one you want to consider. Sometimes like anybody, you know, you'll see if people out here, they don't have no adversity. They don't have nothing going against them or nothing, you know, not working for them. Everything working for them. So you know what they're doing? They're doing like the book said, they're rejoicing. He said in the day of adversity, he told you to do what? Consider. That's why he give us adversity, because it's coming for us to consider. Consider your mortality. Consider your relationship. Consider your commitments. Consider your obligations. Consider you. All right? Consider him. Isn't that right? The book said who endured. How you going to consider him if you in the day of rejoicing? You got to be in some adversity. If I'm going to consider him who endured such contradiction, if I'm considering somebody that endured contradiction, I mean, preferably, what am I going through? That's right. Contradiction meaning what you give to people, he got differently. Isn't that right? He said, I gave them my kai. I gave them my heart. He said, he gave me their hate. That's contradictory. I mean, you gave somebody your heart and they hate you. But they said, who's consider him? Lest you grow, what was it? And faith in your mind. So you had to leave somebody be that type of example that when we going through and when things happen, we got somebody that we can kind of measure up to. Somebody we can measure to see whether or not we're going the right way. You know what I'm saying? You can think of yourself, you're all right. That's why you got these different religious churches, and they'll continue to be built. It'll continue to be little Bible studies on jobs and in college, because everybody looking for something that'll suit them in a sense. People not actually come to something that's actually that a man or woman has to be conditioned for. People want to come to something how to do nothing for it. It just fits them. But you come here, it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? You got to make a real change. You really got to sit back and examine yourself and make sure you're right and be willing to make them transition. A lot of times people got so much stuff going on, or people so shallow till it's hard for them to kind of look at, you know, being conditioned. That's it. He coming. He coming real soon too. Isn't that right? You don't never know. That's what the book says. You don't know the day or the hour. Isn't that right? So we're supposed to be watching. Ain't that right? That's what you're supposed to be doing, ain't it? That's right. Okay. Let's be checking with y'all to see where you at. Made no mistake, folks. We'll be getting out of here after a while. I don't know when my time coming, but I know, you know, I'm leaving here. Might get 130 years, might get another night. Whatever it is, my goal, my expectation is to be right. Yes, sir. That's it. I don't want to be found. I don't want to be found those kazab. Isn't that right? I don't want to be found. I don't want to be found in Qatar. Isn't that right? I don't want to be in no type of falsehood. I want to be what the man prescribed. I don't want to be no hypocrite either. EU already told me what will happen if a man a hypocrite. What do you say going to happen? So he can't even come before us. He won't even tear in his sight. I want to be in the man I want the man to look down on me. When he see me, he'll grant me grant me favor. Isn't that right? That's all I want to favor me. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Okay. I don't know what y'all look kind of, I don't know. All right, I guess we're going to try to move on then. We'll try to get it going. All right, you ready, Malcolm? All right, let's see if we can go ahead and move it on forward. That's a short word. Eternal Kudash Abba in the Shem of Yahushua HaMashiach Hadu. For all that you've done and you Amar, which is you commanded. Ask you to barak us from your seat or where you sit in Shamayim. Ask you to look down upon us and be kind. Asking you to grant us your Yeshua, which is your salvation. Asking you to be our Yasha through Yahushua HaMashiach, the one of whom you sent to redeem us in due time. The one that came to be a Moreh, which was a teacher. The one who you sent to Ra, which was to cause us to see. The one of whom you sent to be our Kohan. One that will sit in and make up offerings and gifts and sacrifices for our Qatar, making us acceptable unto you in the day of when you come back to Mashpat, which is for judgment. Ask you to purify us by your Dabarin and by your Debar, that it might march and shah over our Nafash and over our Basar. Ask you to allow our ears to be open, our eyes to be anointed, and our lobs to be softened to where it receives and it takes on the convictions of your Debar, that we might transform and yield forth the peaceable pari, which are the fruits of that which you prescribe or that's favorable in your sight. We ask you to barak those that are not here, especially our Benin, our Yardas, our young adults, that you be a keeper, return unto those that were taken from us, those that were gone astray. We commit them unto your trust, of whom they can do all things but fail, and you cannot lie. We ask you to change and transform us before it's everlasting too late, granting us the Amunah, the Aman, and the Ahab. We ask you to barak those of whom we commit to you in Palau, those that shall Palau with them and for them, those that shakar you, which is to worship you. We ask you to barak all of us that we might be whole, complete, entire, lacking nothing. The married, the single, the separate, we ask you to barak them. Those behind prison walls, we ask you to barak them. Those bereaved, those are homeless, those in war-stricken country, those going through the storms of Cain, barak them and strengthen and encourage them. They're out of towns, we ask you to barak them, that they might be encouraged. We ask you to acknowledge the Shem of Yahushua HaMashiach, of whom you set to be a dalit, the door unto us, the passageway, that we might enter in at the straight dollar, that we might see your pani. Search us and try us. See if there be any Rasha, the rock. Cast it from us and lead us into Arak everlasting. Let the bar of our part, the meditation of our law be accepted in your sight. And as we prepare to move further in this service, we allow that you take full control. That you get the Tahalim, the Tahalah, the Kabud, and the Kabad. In the Shem of Yahushua HaMashiach, we allow. Let us all say, Amen. Ain't it all right? Wonderful Husha. I don't know why. Them old songs, they were good for the time. But they say you're ignorant. Huh? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know why. Oh, I don't know why. Romans 15:4. Let's see. Let's see where they're going tonight. Later. Goodness, I don't like how that look. Did you like how that look? You just gonna let me keep going? You just raise your hand or something. We got to work together. All right, Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Why do we use this? That's right, got to have a base. Oh, you can build. Even the military, when they go in and fight, first thing they're going to do is set up a base.
That's right.
You got to have somewhere to work from.
That's right.
Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
Listen to the book.
For whatsoever things
Were,
written aforetime
tell them what happened, son.
were written for our learning,
For what reason?
that we, through patience,
And,
comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
what's that? 12:1, Abarim. Abarim. Listen to the book.
Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witness,
Let us do what?
lay aside every weight,
And
the kata, which doth so easily beset us,
do what?
and let us run with patience the race that is set before us.
He said, let's lay aside every weight and the kata, which does so easily,
Beset us,
and do what?
and let us run.
What do we say? That's what hedge us in? That kind of keep it. We talk about when Yahusha, let's say at the 11:44, think I what I want, the book of Yehukanan. Let's think about that. 60 cent sin, we also compassed about with so great a cloud. What did he use to make the cloud? That's right, Ma'in. So if you had a bunch of people around, you could call them cloud. They say crowd, he say cloud. That's right. So saying we compassed about with so great a cloud of witness, he said he had to do something. Let's see what happened. This is the 11th chapter of the book of Yehukanan, they call it John. See if 11:40 is what I want. Listen to the book.
Verse 40.
What's that say, verse 40?
Yahusha saith unto her, said I not unto thee,
What happened?
that if thou wouldest Ammon, thou shouldest see the kabod of Elohim.
See that? If you just believe. So you'll see the glory of Elohim. What happened?
Then they took away the Abban from the Malchum where the moot was laid, and Yahusha lifted up his eyes and said, Abba, I thank thee that thou hast heard me, and I knew that thou hearest me always, but because of the arm which stand by,
See that? Because of the what?
of the arm
You said because of the clouds.
which stand by,
What did you do?
I said it,
That's what he said.
That's right.
Listen.
that they may Ammon that thou hast sent me.
What happened?
And when he thus had spoken, he sighed with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth. And he that was mute came forth, bound hand and regal
See that? Listen what happened.
with kubar clothes, and his pani was bound about with a napkin. Yahusha saith unto them,
What, he good?
loose him and let him go.
So what they had to do? They had to take it off of him. They just told him to take the grave clothes off of him. If he told him to loose it, he just told you we're bound. It only makes sense. So now he just told us 12:1. Let's see what he told us, the book of Abarim. Therefore,
Seeing we also are compassed about
with what?
so great a cloud of witnesses,
See that? So what you want us to do?
let us lay aside every weight,
What? And
the kata, which doth so easily beset us,
so we're gonna look at what caused each to die. A moot. Kata, sin. What was the compensation for it? Yeah, 6 and 23, Romans. Romans 6:23, listen to the book.
For the wages of kata is moot.
See that? So does it make sense now? Seeing we also compassed about with so great a cloud of witness, let us lay aside every weight and the kata, which so easily beset is the hedge in that traps you. That's the purpose when you put a person in the grave. Why you think they put something on top of it? They do the same thing today. When they put you in the ground now, they put a big top, they put a stone in front of it too.
That's right.
Same practice it down. People know who we are. They do the same thing. They put a stone at the mouth of it. Same thing they did with Yahushua. Which means at that point you behedged. You beset. You've been hedged in. So now he says, seeing we so compassed about so great a cloud of witness, then we need to lay aside every weight. And
kata,
with doth so easily
beset us,
that's some trap us in. And
let us run with patience
the what?
Race.
See that? You gotta have patience. That's how you set yourself. A lot of people don't know about Daniel when running, pacing themselves. A lot of people start, they're good, they'll run fast, they'll see it, they try and get to the end. But if you don't pace yourself, you'll give out. Oh yeah, you'll see people stand there do the 400, you'll see people jump out in the front, and they study be running, they looking good. By the time they get down to the last 100, you'll see somebody start pulling up on them. Because they pacing themselves, they know where they need to be. They know how much distance they need to keep out the person in the front. And they know when they're going to get ready, they locking it low. You'll see them start pulling. Somebody you ain't been paying no attention. All they realize, all they need to do is stay at a certain pace. Because I know them doing the last 100. I'm going to walk them. I'm going to walk them down. That person at the front be doing it. You see jokers that coming by and just, and you see them like they doing it number here going back. You see about 4 or 5 people. Because you got excited when you see somebody in the first 100. And the first 200, it look like, man, they gonna win. It's too early to call it. So that's when he told her to run with patience, mean then you need to pace yourself. You gotta look at a certain place you need to be at. Y'all got it? Over a period of time, you look at where you need to be. A lot of people don't pace run, that's what they mess up at. First thing they do, they just like I sit down and start eating with the eye, they think they're gonna take it in. You gotta know how to set yourself for the real tape. That's a long race. Don't try to pop out in front. Long as you can stay a certain pace, you feel like on them, I can walk them down.
Yes, sir.
You practice to do that, you'll just run straight out, gas out, and you done, and you walk off. You learn to pace yourself. You learn to start setting yourself markers on when you're gonna start to turn it up. When you need, so you don't make it. You don't need them to get too far off. You turn up at that, then you gas out. You too far off to try to catch up. Now you putting everything in it, and you still got another 50. You can't make it. All this about pacing yourself. That's why we look at all the people that came before us. He said, then we're going to have to look unto who?
Unto Yahushua.
Who is he?
Author and finisher of our Amunah.
I tell you about that all the time. When you're looking at any of these books you research, you're studying, go look at your author. Ain't that right? See who's responsible for putting this together. Most people don't do that. Movie come on, a lot of time I like to see who did certain things. I like to know who's responsible for this. Who put this together? I do. Some people don't. It ain't important. They'll go out there and show you credit. You need to pay attention sometime. Who's responsible for the lighting, the choreography? Who's responsible for the music? There's a lot of people brought in to do a lot of enhancement and put a lot of things together. Who's responsible for the wardrobe? Location. They got people that go out and find locations. If we're going to shoot it, we're going to do it, I'm going to find a location. They're going to use it based upon what you're trying to project. So I got to look at Yahushua. I got to look at Yahuwah. I got to see what is he trying to project. What is he trying to get? What is he trying to get people to see? He said, seeing we also compass about with so great a cloud of witnesses. So people watching. Then we got to start to consider these things. That's like you look at with a buzzer. Buzzer's watching too.
Right.
They start to home in. People homing in and listen, it get tight out here. Don't make no mistake. These people give y'all these fake forecasts or things are doing better than this income, refund coming. People, listen, it's all a hoax.
That's right.
These people, everything they getting, they're going to put it right back out the door.
That's right.
It's not going to work. It's never worked. It's just a plan they give them to go and to get money and put it back in the hands of businesses. It's right back, and they'll never give you money that you'll have surplus and you'll put up and you'll make. That's for white people.
Yep.
You need to know that there's never been a plan put together for you or people that look like you.
Yep.
There's only one person that's been a mediator or been a person that's been an advocate for in favor of us having better. That's been Mr. Yahuwah.
That's right.
It ain't never been among these people. It's always been with us being separate from these people. Hello? And he told me, look, I got to look at what he's been trying to do the whole time. He set up a gun, didn't he? And what did he put Adam outside of it? So he showed me when he brought out the man, he brought out the man outside of the gun. But his purpose was to put him in the gun. I wasn't born in Shamayim. I wasn't born in the Malkut. I know I've been brought out outside of. But his intent is for me to be in it. Right. I learned that from Adam. Pick me up Psalm 2 and 1. That's right. They call it Genesis 2 and 1. Then we'll come back. Listen to the book.
Thus the Shamayim and the Arats were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh Yom, Elohim ended his work, which he had made, and rested on the seventh Yom from all his work, which he had made. And Elohim barak the seventh Yom, and made a Kodash, because that in it he had rested from all his work, which Elohim created and made. These are the Tuledath of the Shamayim and of the Arats, when they were created, in the Yom that Yahuwah Elohim made the Arats and the Shamayim, and every plant of the field before it was in the Arats, and every herb of the field before it grew. For Yahuwah Elohim had not caused it to rain upon the Arats.
So what did it do?
And there was not a Ish to till the Adumah, but there went up a mist from the Arats, and Mayim, the whole Pani of the Adumah. And Yahuwah Elohim formed Ish of the dust of the Adumah, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of Cain.
And what did he do?
And Ish became a Cain Nafash.
Tell me what happened.
And Yahuwah Elohim planted a Gan eastward in Adon.
And what did he do?
And there he put the Ish.
So it sounds like he made the man, then he made a place for him. I say he made the place before he made the man.
That's right.
It's just the way they write here to make it sound like all this happened after all you doing now, you going back and more or less giving you the commentary of actually how things existed, how things were put together. You got your day's time set when he started out. Then he came back to tell you after that he rested. So from that point, he actually gave you the ending in the beginning. He actually gave you the ending at the beginning. He told you did on Shalishi. After that, he rested. He had finished all his labor. That's what we're trying to do. Shabbai. I said Shalishi. Well, the day before. But on Shabbai, that's when he rested from all his labor. Signifying, that's what we look at when we talk about entering into his rest. What were we supposed to do to enter into his rest? Labor. So Elohim labored. That's how he got into his rest. That's how Yahushua got in his rest and got back into the Malkut. He labored. After that, he went and he rested. The same way the Abba did on Shabbat. He rested on Shabbat just like the Abba did. Hello? So we start looking at how we're trying to work to make a completion. So we can actually get to that work. So we can actually get to that rest. Look what he told you at the 9th chapter of the book of Yehukanan. Listen to the book.
And as Yahusha passed by, he saw a Ish, which was blind from his birth. And his Methodist asked him, saying, Adon, who did Kotah, this Ish, or his parents,
And what happened?
that he was born blind.
And he told him what?
Neither have this Ish Kotah, nor his parents.
But
that the works of Elohim should be made manifest in him.
What you got to do?
I must work the works of him that sent me, while it is Yom.
Tell them what happened, son.
The Layla cometh when no Ish can work.
See that? He looked at that. He said, I had to work the work of him while it was Yom. He said, the Layla coming, and no man can work in, well, the time coming, Layla coming, and no man can work in the Layla. Hello? That makes sense for us? Counter, I guess, just listening to it. Let's see. Finish out that Barashit 2. Let me see what happens. Barashit 2, where we left out? 2 and 8?
Verse 9.
Verse 9, let me get it. Tell them what he did at verse 8.
And Yahuwah Elohim planted a Gan eastward in Adon, and there he put the Ish whom he had formed. And out of the Adamah made Yahuwah Elohim to grow every ox that is pleasant to the sight, and tube for food. The ox of Cain also in the midst of the Gan, and the ox of knowledge of Tube and Rasha.
What happened?
And a Nahar went out of Adon to Mem the Gan, and from thence it was parted and became into 4 heads.
And verse 16.
And Yahuwah Elohim amar the Ish, saying, of every ox of the Gan thou mayest freely eat, but of the ox of knowledge of Tube and Rasha thou shalt not eat of it.
Tell them what happened.
For in the Yom that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely moot. And Yahuwah Elohim said, it is not Tube that the Ish should be alone.
What they'll do?
I will make him an help meet for him. And out of the Adumah Yahuwah Elohim formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every Kai creature, that was the Shem thereof. And Adam gave Shem to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an help meet for him. And Yahuwah Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, and closed up the basar instead thereof. And the rib which Yahuwah Elohim had taken from Ish made he in Ashah, and brought her unto the Ish. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones, and basar of my basar. She shall be called Ashah, because she was taken out of Ish. Therefore shall a Ish leave his Abba and his aim, and shall cleave unto his Ashah, and they shall be one basar. And they were both naked, in the Ish and his Ashah, and were not ashamed.
At chapter 3, at verse 5.
For Elohim doth know that in the Yom,
Same book, Barashit, listen.
ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as Elohim, knowing Tube and Rasha. And when the Ashah saw that the ox was Tube for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a ox to be desired to make one wise, she took of the pari thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were Ara. And they sewed fig leaves together, and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of Yahuwah Elohim walking in the Gan in the cool of the Yom. And Adam and his Ashah hid themselves from the presence of Yahuwah Elohim amongst the ox of the Gan. And Yahuwah Elohim called unto Adam, and said unto him, where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the Gan, and I was afraid, because I was Ara, and I hid myself.
I guess what I was trying to see, I was just trying to consider. He talked about working him while it was Yom. Because I look at when he put him in the Gan and he showed him all these different things, that was his opportunity to work. And it talked about in the Layla calm, no Ish can work in the Layla. Typically, you know, it'll get cool when it gets either early morning or when it gets dark, or start to get dark. I'm looking at it because I start to kind of look at considering a pattern. I'm saying. We know he come as a, what was it? Thief in the night. Makes sense. At that point, you won't be able to work.
Right.
I say that all just to consider on a natural standard how we did things. We learned the pattern of how we kind of got up. We talk about how we got up with the Shamash. We went down with the Shemaz. So we learned that we didn't labor when it was night. Night work, I told y'all before, for a lot of y'all young, that was called a graveyard shift. Oh yeah, people hate it. Now people get a job in a minute, they want, man, now I just want to work at night. I want that.
That's right.
It was a time years ago you didn't work in the night. Only time people, they looked, the only thing was out at nighttime was whores and druggies and other stuff. People like robbers and thieves. You had trouble at nighttime, so you learned you stayed asleep when it was nighttime. They would tell you it was time to get in the house at night.
That's right.
Daytime was when it was safe for you to go out. Daytime was safe for you to go in labor. We know that even in Kazum, we learned that he talked about how the gates, the daughters won't be closed at all by you.
That's right.
He told because there's no Layla there. So there's no need. At night you close because that's for safety. Protect the man. When you really start checking to make sure stuff locked. Now you got to check. They typically at night, because you feel like somebody try to break in at night. What type of people come out at night? So now we start looking at when he said he was going to come in on us. To catch us unaware was meaning when he came to appear, we won't have an opportunity to fix anything we got wrong.
Right.
The opportunity we have now to fix what we got wrong is now.
Yeah.
We're looking at what was Adam told when he came back. That was actually the mashpat.
Yeah.
That was the mashpat. He was coming back. He passed judgment on him when he came back. He gave the woman her condemnation for her affliction when she conceived. He gave Adam his affliction when he goes out and when he starts to toil and start to labor. So he passed on judgment to him.
That's right.
He told him that all that you're gonna do and everything that come against you is gonna work against you. Nothing's going to work in your favor, basically, when you look at it. So you look at a man like Yahushua when he came on, he looked for people to be against him. Adam didn't come out with a belief of thinking that things were going to work for him, that he was going to get favor among these people. He already told me he was going to get. Let's see what he told me at 3 and 6, 17. Let's see what he said, 3 and 16. Let's see, 3 and 14. Let's see what he said.
Yes, sir.
This is Barashit 3 and 14. I guess we don't really consider that. Listen.
And Yahuwah Elohim said unto the Nakash,
What is that?
because thou hast done this, thou art Allah above all cattle,
See that? You cursed. Listen.
and above every beast of the field.
Yes.
Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the yamim of thy Kaid.
Yes.
And I will put enmity between thee and the Ashah, and between thy seed and her seed.
See that? Same thing they do now. Y'all know how we are about snakes. We say we want to kill them. A snake see you, a snake scared of you, you scared of a snake. You know, people, we got a mutual hatred. That is, it's a mutual hatred between us and snakes. Everybody know exactly what we're supposed to do. He supposed to, and we go, oh shit, and run. And look for something in there, right? That's it. We got an agreement. He's screaming to get away. We run to get away. So clumsy, we went right into him and get bit. Listen.
It shall bruise thy head,
See
and
that?
thou shalt bruise his heel.
A lot of times people wind up getting bit by snakes by stepping on them. A lot of times they do. Just the same thing. He on the ground. We wind up bruising his head. Listen. And what's going to happen?
Unto the Ashah he said,
Hold on. He said you should do what now?
it shall bruise thy head,
See that? It should bruise thy head.
and thou shalt bruise his heel.
Y'all see how that work out? Pick me up at 53 and 1. What I want? Yes, Yahoo. That ain't too hard. Ain't too many books got 53 in it.
That's right.
So don't try to look all up like that now. Yahoo. Corona. Well, you go somewhere order Corona beer this weekend, you can get your head buzzed. You can get thrown up out that thing. They won't sell no beer this weekend. The Mexicans scared of it. All right. Yes, Yahoo. 53. 3 and 1. Listen.
Who hath Ammon our report?
See that? That's it. See that? That's it. Who has what happened?
Who hath Ammon our report?
And tell them what happened.
And to whom is the arm of Yahuwah revealed?
Let's see. Let's hold on for a minute. See if that's no 52 times. I'm curious about the definition of arm. See what lexicon Hebrew as they call it. Arm. I want to see what it says. About the Yahoo. Let's get the definition. 53:1 said, who has among
our report,
and
to whom is the arm of Yahuwah revealed.
tell him what happened.
For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him.
Tell him what happened.
He is despised and rejected of Anashim, a ish of sorrows, and acquainted with grief.
Y'all see that? What was it say? He was a rejected.
He is despised and rejected of Anashim.
Who do we know that were rejected? Yahusha? Somebody said stone? A bond? Talk about the bond. Who else? Yeah, I can use Yahusha. He was rejected. I was thinking about, let me see, what was that? See that 723, the book of Acts of the Apostles. Listen to the book.
And when he was full 40 years old, he came into his lob to visit his Akim, the Banim of Yasharal, and seeing one of them suffer wrong, he defended him, and avenged him that was oppressed, and smote the Mizraim. For he supposed his Akim would have understood how that Elohim by his hand would deliver them, but they understood not.
So what happened?
And the next Yom he shewed himself unto them as they strove, and would have set them at one again, saying, Sirs, ye are Akim, why do ye wrong one to another? But he that did his neighbor wrong thrust him away, saying, Who made thee a shar and a shaphat over us? Wilt thou kill me as thou didst the Mizraim yesterday? Then fled Mushah at this saying, and was a stranger in the land of Midian, where he begot two Bani.
That's all right. Okay. I guess we would look at him being rejected. When he tried to set things in order and try to put them back together, you see, he was rejected too. That's why he left. Coming back to what we had at 53. And at 23, he asked them, he that did his neighbor wrong, he said, let him be thrust from among them.
Yes, sir.
That's what he asked them. How he get rejected? How he get cast out? All he told him, the one that did the wrong, that's the person you need to throw out, you need to get rid of. As I told you earlier, he supposed his Akim would understood that how Elohim by his hand would deliver him, but they understood not. So you see why it was so important for him to come and give us an understanding. We were supposed to understand it. They missed it with Mushah. Isn't that right? He was rejected. Now we found out he was despised and
Rejected of Anashim,
tell them what else about him.
a ish of sorrows, and acquainted with grief.
See that? Tell them what else happened.
And we hid, as it were, our panim from him.
Tell them what happened.
He was despised, and we esteemed him not.
Tell them what else happened.
Surely he hath borne our griefs,
See that? He borne our grief. Tell them what happened.
and carried our sorrows.
Listen.
Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of Elohim, and afflicted.
Who do we see like that? We just seen Cain too. Quan, who they call Cain. What you got at the 4th chapter? 4 and 8 of the book of Barashith. Four and 6. Listen to the book.
And Yahuwah said unto Cain,
What did he say?
Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen?
Listen.
If thou doest well,
Tell them what happened.
shalt thou not be accepted.
But
And if thou doest not well,
tell them what happened.
Kata lieth at the door.
So what happened?
And unto thee shall be his desire.
And
Thou shalt char over him.
listen.
And Cain talked with Abal his ox. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abal his ox, and slew him. And Yahuwah said unto Cain,
What did he ask?
Where is Abal thy ox? And he said, I know not. Am I my ox keeper? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy ox, Dam, Sayak, unto me from the Adumah. And now art thou all I from the Arats, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy ox Dam from thy hand. When thou tillest the Adumah, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the Arats. And Cain said unto Yahuwah, My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this yom from the Pani of the Arats, and from thy Pani shall I be hid,
Listen.
and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond
Who?
in the Arats. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me
Will do what?
shall slay me.
What happened?
And Yahuwah said unto him,
What did he say?
Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
What happened?
And Yahuwah set a mark upon Cain,
Yeah.
lest any finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of Yahuwah
And dwelt well.
in the land of Nod.
So now we start to consider. We beheld him too, stricken on Elohim. Everybody that saw him knew that Elohim had all out him. Everybody that saw Cain knew that he had already been stricken from him. They knew it. We know about EU, but typically the people that would have known about EU mainly would be his friends, his Riyah, what he called his friends, the companions, his neighbors. But we talking about Cain though, as we call Cain. Everybody knew about him on the rocks.
That's right.
Everybody would have seen him, and everybody knew he had a mark on him.
That's right.
Everybody would have known, just like Yahusha. Everybody knew that he was the anointed. He was the Mashiach. Hello? That's amazing. We learned about that. Well, twice we learned about not touching something he told you not to touch. They learned about it in the garden, and they learned about it when he came down to Cain. And they weren't supposed to touch him. They would have looked at him as Yahuwah's anointed.
That's right.
You were told not to touch his anointed. They learned it from him. And you knew that you weren't supposed to do him no harm. Hello? Regardless of, you got to think about it. Regardless of him being stricken and afflicted of him, you knew not to touch him. So people had gotten it twisted and wrong when they thought it was okay to hit and to put their hands on Yahusha. When we beheld him stricken of Elohim, a man acquainted with the sorrows. He'd been acquainted with it. He knew about it now. He knew what his father's grief was. The ground wasn't going to yield his strength. That's the same thing my Abba went through. The same thing. The same thing he'd have been acquainted with. Y'all understand what acquainted with? Familiar. He would have been familiar with it. This is the same thing it does for my Abba. Now we got Yahushua on the ground, and we saw a man that had been cursed of Elohim. And we beheld him stricken, but you knew you shouldn't touch him. Okay, listen. Back at 53rd chapter of the book of Yeshayahu, they call Isaiah.
But he was wounded for our transgressions.
And see that? He was wounded for our transgression.
He was bruised for our iniquities.
Oh. At the 3rd chapter of the book of Barashit, 3 and 14, Barashit, Genesis they call it. Listen to the book.
And Yahuwah Elohim said unto the Nakash,
What did it say?
Because thou hast done this, thou art all above all cattle. and above every beast of the field.
See that? But every olive. Listen.
Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the yamim of thy Cain.
You know what's will be on their belly too? A worm.
That's right.
A snake. They'll be on their belly too. Listen.
And I will put enmity between thee and the Ashah, and between thy seed and her seed.
And tell me what happened.
It shall bruise thy head.
And what did when we beheld him? He was stricken.
That's right.
And then we found out something happened to him. For who?
Us.
Why was the serpent bruised? Because of Adam, because of Ka'ur iniquity. He was bruised because of their iniquity.
That's right. That's right.
Huh? The chastisement of our shalom was on him.
That's right.
It was on him. Who should try to tell you the reproach of them that reproach thee?
Fell on me.
It fell on me. At the 27th chapter of the book of Matthew, 27:56. Matthew. Listen to the book.
Among which was Marim Magdalene and Marim, the aim of Jacob and Joseph, and the aim of Zebedee's Benim. When the even was come, there came a rich Ish of Arimathea named Yusuf, who also himself was Yahusha Methodist. He went to Pilate and begged the body of Yahusha. Then Pilate amar the body to be delivered.
What happened?
And when Yusuf had taken the body, he wrapped it in a clean linen cloth and laid it in his own new tomb, which he had hewn out in the Aban, and he rolled a great Aban to the Daleth of the sepulchre and departed.
That new let you know nobody had been in there. Nobody had it before, just like Maureen. Nobody had it before. That was a new sepulchre. Listen.
And there was Marim Magdalene and the other Marim sitting over against the sepulchre. Now, the next yom that followed the yom of the preparation, the Rosh Kohanim and Pharisees came together unto Pilate, saying, Sir, we zakar that deceiver said.
They remember that the serpent did what?
That deceiver said, while he was yet Cain.
See that? While he was yet alive. What happened?
After Shalishi Yamim,
after 3 days,
I will Zarak again.
So if you're going to get up, that means you got to be down. That's the same curse that the snake had. The Nakash. That he was going to go on his belly. Yahushua would have been laid flat, just like a worm, just like a snake. Hello? Okay. I mean, when Yeshayahu told us he was bruised for our iniquity, we told what was going to happen. And we knew about his heel too, don't we? So he finished on 2 folds. We were going to bruise his head, and he was going to bruise our heel.
Right.
So you done turn around and call a man a snake, and you a snake. Hello? At the 3rd chapter of the book of Matthew, 3 and 7. Listen to the book.
But when he saw many of the Pharisees and Sadducees come to his immersion,
What happened?
he said unto them,
What did he tell them?
O Tuladath
Of what?
of Nakash, who hath warned you to flee from the wrath to come.
He had to do that. That's the only way he's going to justify you doing what you did to his feet.
That's right.
It wasn't going to make sense. We hit him on the head, that justified that he was a snake. When we pierced him on his feet, that justified that we were the snake. Hello? Goodness. That's what he used. He told us since by man came moot, by man also came So because of a man, you died. So what he had to use to bring you back? Same thing.
That's right.
You also died from a snake.
That's right.
What did he use to get you back?
Same.
A man?
Snake.
A snake. So what was he telling you? He using the kosh. He using the kosh to bring you back. So it all had to make sense. We bruised his head, showing we were Ish. Then we came back and we bruised his heel, showing that you was a Nakash. And even Yehukanan, when he seen him coming to his came to his immersion, he even called the people a generation, a Tuladat of Nakash.
That's right.
Hello? So we started looking at behavioral things that made sense for him to show us his hands and his feet. Because there were certain things we were looking for that set precedence for us to recognize that it was him. And also to recognize what state we were in. The state that we found ourselves, you think about with Adam and Kaur. These would be people that would have no hope. They ain't had no scripture writing. They didn't have no Nabaim they could have went back and looked at and considered. You know what I'm saying? Where's Abraham? I got the faith of Abraham. They didn't have it. Isaac and Jacob. They didn't have it. Which for us, we know, Yitzchak and Jacob. They didn't have it. These people were setting a way for us before a way came now.
That's right.
Ain't that right? The book told us, and a highway was going to be down the way. It's going to be the way of Kadash. It ain't going to be for the unclean. It's going to be for the traveling man.
That's right.
Wayfaring man.
Yes,
Though
Food.
they won't err. And the way we're going to make sure we don't err, and he told us how, by not knowing the scriptures, how you err, not knowing the writings, not knowing the Sefer. So what do we have to do to keep from erring? But before, we would assume that if you had the love of God in your heart, and you truly believe in Jesus Christ, that you won't err. That's never been a proponent or a component used to keep you from committing qatar.
Nope.
What's always been used to even get you to ahab him was scripture.
That's right.
To know him was scripture. To know the way was scripture. Musa didn't come down talking about no ahab. Musa came down giving Torah.
That's right.
Directions and instructions.
That's right.
He gave laws. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
That's what he gave you. This was supposed to prove whether or not you ahab him. If you kept it. He said, if you ahab me, that's all he wants you to do. Keep the Torah. Isn't that right? When a young man want to know what must he do to inherit eternal Kai, what he told him? Ahab me? He wanted to tell him, keep the sayings. You got to keep the Torah. All this is going to work. These are the things we have to start looking at considering if we're going to gain Kai, life eternal, or Kai can just stand for just life. We're already at life, Kai. We're looking and working on eternal life.
Right.
That's something that takes place after this life. Hello? Eternal life supersedes what we're doing now. You got to get this first. Then you got to pass from this to pass over unto Kai eternal, life eternal. How do we do that? You got to harbor. That's what he told us. We got to have a heart one for another. That's part of our transformation of what we do. Now he showed forth his by demonstrating the obedience to the Sefer. Now we're trying to come along and we're trying to take on this same action. I don't know about y'all. How many of y'all really take your dying serious? I mean, serious enough. Do you understand this is something you can't control? The day, the hour, the week, the month, the year. You don't control any of that? Do you understand that sits in the hand of a man that's already got it designated? Whether you got something planned already? Whether you're going to be at the hospital, whether you're going to be on the street, whether you're going to be in a car accident, whether you're going to be asleep, whether you're going to get shot, whether you're going to have a stroke, whether you're going to have a heart attack or an aneurysm, whether something's going to fall out the sky and hit you, whether it's going to be a plane crash. Don't you know somebody has already sat there? That's Mr. Yahuwah.
Yes, sir.
Now, there's nothing we can do to change that. The only thing we're working on now is changing where we're going.
That's right.
We're working on making sure that when that final feet hit, that we don't wind up and we move from now on. We're looking to have a place. right?
Yes, sir.
A Malcolm.
That's right.
We're looking to have a place. So that's what we're looking at. Let's look at something. The book of Ezra 9 and 1. They call it Ezra. Ezra. This is Ezra 9 and 1. Listen to the book.
Now when these things were done, the Sharim came to me, saying, the arm of Yasharal and the Kohanim and the Luim have not bedauled themselves from the arm of the Beth, doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Mizraim, and the Amorites.
So how did this happen? Who knows? Huh? The slip. What it did? Without the shoe, Nabaim, Amat. What y'all gonna use? What? He just told you about the people they had gone out to doing. Start committing these people practices. How did this happen? They bedaubed themselves. And what happened? They married them. The instruction had always been not to marry them. Not for you to intermingle with these people. You're right, we were supposed to stay bedaubed from them. Let's see how we learn that. Say that, Allah Shamut, say that 7 and 1. I think that's what I want. Yeah, 8 and 1 tell you. All Aha Dabarim, Deuteronomy, they call it. 7 and 1. Listen to the book.
When Yahuwah thy Elohim shall bring thee into the Beth, whither thou goest to possess it, and hast cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites.
Who?
The Hittites.
Who else?
And the Gerishites.
And who else?
And the Amorites.
And who else?
The Canaanites.
And who else?
The Perizzites.
Who else?
The Hivites. Jebusites. 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
What happened?
And when Yahuwah thy Elohim shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them.
Yeah.
Thou shalt make no berith with them,
Make no covenant with them,
nor shew rakam unto them.
or show kindness unto them. Don't
Neither
show no mercy, they call it to them. Neither.
shalt thou make marriages with them.
Why?
Thy bath thou shalt not give unto
Don't
his
give them
being,
our daughter,
nor his bath shalt thou
and don't take his daughter for
unto
who?
his being,
For your son.
thy being.
Yeah.
For they will turn away thy being from following me, that they may serve other gods.
Let's see what happened. At 9 and 1, Ezra. Ezra 9 and 1. Listen to the book.
Now when these things were done, the Sharim came to me, saying,
See that? The rulers came to him saying,
the arm of Yasharal
the people of Yasharal
and the Kohanim
and the Kohanim
and the Luim
and the Luim
have not bedauled themselves
have not separated themselves.
from the arm of the Beth,
What happened?
doing according to their abominations.
What were you told? You had instruction to make you right. So he told you, and now when these things were done, when they came up and they brought up the accusation about it, was because of what the Torah said. And it was a proven fact that you did exactly what he told you. That if you got with these people, he told you, do not show regard to these people. You were supposed to keep yourself separated from them.
Right.
You were not supposed to give your sons and your daughters to them, nor were you supposed to take them. He told you, they're going to turn away your love.
That's right.
Listen what happened.
Even of the Canaanites, the Hittites,
Well, y'all
Perizzites.
adjusting that just now? They just did it on. Well, everything happened for a reason. I'm sorry, I couldn't even jump. I probably get up in the morning, I'm like, ah! Listen.
The Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Mitzrayim, and the Amorites. For they have taken of their Banu for themselves and for their Beni,
See now? Listen.
so that the Kudash seed
Yeah.
have mingled themselves with the arm of those Beth.
How were we taught about this? We talk about mingling seeds. We were already taught about this. We were taught about when we sold our field that we weren't supposed to mix seeds. We learned it from when we did crops before we learned it with people. Because you knew what you were supposed to get was going to be different if you mingled it. So you learned what you were supposed to keep your ground fertile and to keep it producing the same thing. Because we learned about in Barashi, after every ox had brought forth it pari, he told it to continue to do the same. So the only way it would be something different if it was mingled. We knew it had been mingled. So in order to keep it from that, he separated. Just like when he put the ox that he didn't want them to touch. You know, he separated it from the others. So it'd be no need that you just stumble by and just fail and trip. Oh, look at me. Silly me, clumsy, and I fell and touched the tree. It was separate. It was badal from you. Just like the arm we brought you there, they were supposed to be separate from you. That's why we had a different dress. That's why we had a different shakar, which was a worship of the way we prostrate ourselves before him, because there was supposed to be a difference. And now when you come along and look at these people being addressed, that's what he told us.
Yea, the hand of the Sharim and rulers hath been Rosh in this trespass.
I think Corona started out like that too. Go ahead and let them go back to the chat. Make sure it ain't Corona. Let's go. Go to the bathroom. I can't have on that pew. I burn that pew. Put some phone on it. Throw it out in the back and burn it up. That Corona thing is serious. They got 10,000 cases of that stuff now. They had a cruise ship, 6,000 people on the cruise ship. Them bastards thought they were coming in the shore. They let them bastards. Listen, can you imagine how pissed you are? You stuck out in that water. They won't let you shore in. Man, they'll blow that ship up. They tell them, folks, y'all not coming in here. No, listen, 6,000 people. The love boat over with. It's one thing you cruising, you enjoying yourself playing. Shit serious when they tell you ain't gonna come in the dock. How long they gonna be? They be like, till everybody die. You think they finna let them, they got them out there for, so how you gonna check them when they come in? They just don't want them people to panic yet. Them people stuck. That ain't over with. They finna change the narrative, show you a different story. Them people not finna come in there. And ain't nobody finna fly out there to check them either. Them people stuck. Can you imagine you out here having a little fun? I got serious now.
Real
Them folks somebody just swinging gallons of milk on the side. You like, what is that thing done got serious. Listen, y'all people just don't know. This is going to be a pandemic. They just don't want y'all to know about it. Listen, this shit everywhere. Mm-hmm. Do y'all not know they talking about the Super Bowl? They talking this stuff been at the Super Bowl. They don't even want y'all to know about it. They already taking precaution. They looking for people to get infected at the Super Bowl. How many of y'all didn't know that? Please check, see if I'm lying. Look up on your phone what I'm saying. Look up and see if I'm lying. They ask you a question. Why are these people making precaution for the Super Bowl for people having coronavirus? Because these people know this shit is loose.
Yeah.
You gambling with your life out here with these people. They just don't, they're trying to keep people from panicking. But they know this is serious. They're going to look at players, I won't show up. This is going to be a mess. Listen, an Asian person going to stand a chance. But I almost damn near marry me one of them. But you better be glad you got a friend. Man, running got a damn cup of bad soup, we messed all up. Coronavirus. I'm out of there. I don't even play. I live my thing Batman. I said, I ain't watching it. Give me no coronavirus. You gonna put that something on TV? Don't laugh. I ain't playing like that. Okay, do you know how you get it? I ain't gonna find out. I guarantee you that.
That's right.
I ain't playing no damn baseball either.
That's right.
I don't want no bats in my, I don't want none of them. I don't play this. It's serious.
That's right.
It's critical. Go ahead and play with it. But be scared to play baseball. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Play stick ball. Isn't that right? Don't play baseball, softball, anything. Well, now it's got a bat. Play something else. Just play stupid. Best thing to do, ain't that right? Folks been trying to play too smart. That's why they messed up. Mr. Hood talking.
That's right.
That's right. I believe it man-made. It done got out of control, though. Watch who ain't gonna get it. Nobody in the White House. Nobody in the Pentagon ain't gonna get it. Ain't no. They're gonna talk. They're gonna bring the military. Let me get it straight. This gun and this dumbass helmet gonna keep me from getting it. What am I gonna do with this getting coronavirus?
That's right.
I on a 70-pound backpack and some boot with them feet sweating in it, and I'm gonna stop a virus. I'm gonna send it to get the virus.
That's right.
How am I gonna fight this virus? I gotta shoot these people. Are y'all serious? I gotta shoot these people. Why in the military I am trying to guard people with the coronavirus? What are you prepared to do? I gotta come step. You out of the military. I got coronavirus. What you gonna? Yeah, you got poof.
That's right.
I gotta lay you down.
That's right.
You ain't got it. If I shot the wrong person, I gotta ease a corona bill, then leave it at it. I said, I don't know the difference, sir.
That's right.
I thought it was a chemical biological weapon. You got to. Do y'all understand? They trying to keep people. Don't y'all know this is finna wipe out the masses? These people had disease before they done wiped out hundreds of thousands of people. Don't y'all know they got too many people now? This stuff, they finna let this stuff wipe them. They been in hospital just for coronavirus people. How you know you got it? Like the way I'm sitting out coughing like that shit, we don't know what he got.
That's right.
Come man, a little Chinese girl up there with a little bat. We ain't even pounding tonight. Get your body coming. That thing's serious though.
Right.
We take a lot of stuff for granted. Don't y'all know people, you don't know where people from and where people traveling and where people been? All you know about is you.
Yeah.
Don't y'all know this is Chinese New Year? These people gotta come, listen, they got countries that not letting them people land. How serious do you think that they're not letting these people land? It's real serious. Y'all playing around, I'm telling y'all, it's real serious. All them people that eat bats and snakes ain't over there. Hell, they do it over here.
Yeah.
Y'all done been to these Chinese restaurants? I told y'all I be staying at them. I don't be eating them. I've been trying to tell you. Go on, get your little pounder. Put a bat in every bag. Right now, it's that building. Let me say that though. Although people might not feed you, the problem is what they eat. Okay, let's deal with this. There's some Asian people that work. I like pounding, not the animal. The food dimensional clear. But let's be honest. These people are Asian. They have, what we're going to say, relatives, family members that eat the cultured food, that travel back and forth. Don't y'all know a lot of Asians migrate back and forth to China? You got more Chinese people here, you almost got everybody in the world. Except for them in India. Them in India bigger than everybody on the planet.
That's right. That's right.
These people, you know how much business is done between Asians and Americans? All these companies over here do business in China.
That's right.
In Singapore. Now, a lot of these countries eat. One of the only countries you find that won't be big or eating this stuff is Japan.
Yeah.
Japan. Oh, a couple of them eat. A couple of them eat some bad now. Not all of them. Yeah, Japanese don't eat. That's why Chinese hate Japanese. That's why they don't like each other. They hate them because they look down on Chinese people. They look, you filthy. You'll eat anything. Japanese people won't eat it. People don't really go and eat it. Y'all don't pay stuff we don't know. You watch the movie, you watch stuff. Listen, these folks been playing this stuff a long time.
That's right.
White people put up to killing people because China getting out of hand. China's a superpower.
Yeah.
China, listen, amazingly, if y'all pay attention to China getting hit with this coronavirus and that little uprising they just had, China has taken over on when coming up from being #1 on their planet. China done went to Africa, started establishing business. They're in South America putting ports in. They gotta stop them. Okay, they pay attention. China ain't get that uproar for nothing. That's why they want to come in. China, you ain't coming in. We got it.
Mm-hmm.
We got it. They already know what. They already know. The U.S. and Britain behind it.
That's right.
Well, these people, don't y'all know China? Listen, China #1 in Africa now.
Yeah.
Russia is in Africa.
That's right.
They're in South America, and they are building their ports. When Haiti got hit, China went straight in. China bought up most of all of the land. Listen, all of the ocean front, China bought it up. Everybody talking about earthquake, all this shit. China went straight in. We pay them. Infrastructure, put them in. They go to Africa, infrastructure, put them up. They pass it, and they know they got to stop them. One way to get them is put the disease and make people don't want them out. What do you think people are thinking now when they see all that going on and they connecting to Chinese people and they in your country building ports? They know they finna do. They finna out them. Chinese people in the same shit all their life. Ain't nothing happen.
That's right.
All of a sudden now, a bat done killed them.
That's right.
I just been how the hell y'all bat done killed them?
That's right.
First bat on the planet got ate by a Chinese person. He had to make another bat right after that bat.
That's right.
Chinese folk eat eyelashes.
That's right.
Ain't shit ain't necessary. Walrus poop. You like, how you eat that?
That's right.
They been eating that stuff. That stuff don't hurt them. Now, say you see a Chinese person. Think about it. You get that bit in the room because they're finna run them out. Listen, China has been a problem. This tariff war that they're having. Most of y'all people don't know the tariff war has not hurt China. The tariff war has hurt America.
That's right.
That's why Trump has gone to make this deal and sign to start doing business with China. You need China. You need to ship your goods out to China. You got more people in China than you got anywhere else. So you got to do business with China with getting there by shipping goods to them. These farming shit was riding over him. They can't get rid of it. You go and try to open up a golden corral, put 17 golden corral over there in China. They eat that shit in 1 hour. You can't let no billion people eat all they want. Right. Hell, you ain't got enough forks and spoons to play with them folks. There be someone recycling. Wherever going to talk, you got to put it right back on the buffet.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
You don't open up no buffet, no Chinese people own buffets over there. They can't open that up over there.
That's right.
They ain't got no. Chinese people make their own. Listen, they making plastic rice to eat. They making a chemical cabbage. They don't have no. They can't sit around and let you eat all you damn want for no $5 and no $6.
No sir.
Man, you empty their planet out.
That's right.
Chinese people during the war had to eat cardboard. Most of these people, how many of y'all didn't know that? These folks had such a scare, they had to eat cardboard, put soy sauce on there. You had soy sauce to death. I eat some too, but I try to cut back. Come bite that pack, I have been with it. I got that soy sauce. When you pop that thing loose, you got to overdrink. And then a bit, yeah, that's it.
That's right.
Now, ain't no bad though.
That's right.
The truth, man, y'all trying to tell these folks, there's a mess out here. These folks, y'all see these diseases come up and now they associate with them. If you can get everybody to start turning on China the way they're doing, you're going to take the economy down. The one and number two economy they want to keep is America and Britain. That's why Brits broke off from European for Europa, and they sit here and they don't do business with the U.S. This they bastard kids, you know they're going to do business with them. No matter what happens, you know a mother and her kids. Isn't that right? America is Britain's bastards.
Yes, sir.
They'll come back to get their little bastard. They're going to do business. Them and they bastard, they're going to keep everybody that's on the forefront running.
That's right.
So make no mistake, this is a disease that these people done come and conjure up themselves to get people to get the Chinese dollar out, get the Chinese money out of there. But y'all agree, Chinese can't build shit either. Other than a Honda and a Toyota, what, they built a Toyota? The Honda. Hold on for a minute. China, what China build?
They don't build cars here.
No, they do build. No, they build a Toyota.
No, they don't.
They got the Honda and the Toyota. Japan got both of them.
Yeah.
Hold on, I know Nissan. Hey, hold on, stop. China got one with the Toyota. They also got the Volvo. Land Rover, yeah, they bought another Land Rover Jaguar. That's why that shit be tearing up. Everything Chinese buy, they tear up. Y'all don't serious, they laughing. They bought the Volvo too. The Volvo was Sweden. They took that from Sweden. They bought them out. Chinese, listen, Chinese they buy all the shit that tear up, you can't fix it. When you buy it, all right. You take that, listen, everything they buy. Listen, the Chinese are not builders. Whenever they build bridges, they're gonna fall. Listen. Okay. Listen. Whenever Godzilla came through there and King Kong, they ain't had shit that take more than one hit. Man, shit that's flying, Chinese, they don't build nothing. I'm be honest with you. Cheap steel. They ran American steel. Listen, all that stuff Superman building, that's Chinese steel. Look at the label. American steel, yeah, still be standing out sweating. That Chinese steel, I ain't impressed with that stuff. My little grandson could bend that stuff. That Chinese steel. Don't let these folks fool y'all. Listen, anything these Chinese build, that's why they just keep building, shooting it back. They build a bunch of it because it's cheap. They toys are poison. The paint gonna peel off. Your kids gonna get the paint them out and get them sick. And you know that paint does. The paint has lead in it, so your kids are gonna get mental deficiencies. Mental deficiency. Y'all don't know Chinese people. They real smart. They beat you out. I don't want that shit. Let them have it. I'm just being honest. A lot of stuff, but this the bad part here. When the Negro don't build nothing, what else you gonna wear? What else you gonna drive?
That's right. That's right.
Africa ain't got no car.
That's right.
Africa, the biggest car running through Africa is the Toyota. They want the Toyotas. Then after that, they'll take the Range Rover, other stuff. They ain't got no car. We need a gross domestic product. We need to build infrastructure. We got to manufacture stuff. We got to make our own, the nigga. The nigga, shoot it and keep driving.
That's right.
Lock it up and get out.
That's right.
The nigga ride in the ghetto, ride in the good neighborhood.
That's right.
The nigga. Isn't that right? Huh? And when you see it and all the time, that's the nigga. Down like all 4 flat tires. The nigga. Still rolling. That's the nigga. Still rolling. We need to make the nigga.
That's right.
I'm gonna get me one. Get me a long, go to the bank. What you trying to get? Trying to buy a nigga. I'm trying to buy a nigga. Cause I'm finna ride. Isn't that right? Get the nigga. Ain't that thing that you lay back, however you want to lay. Lay on the door, turn you sideways. Why you drive that ladder? You ride out there, drive that thing down the street like that. Hold the bottom. You don't just over there, roll the bottom. The nigga. How many of y'all want a nigga? We gonna build that nigga up. Ain't that right? What other kind of seats you want in? Cause it's the nigga. Y'all all right? Get some nigga interior in it. Not you, Justin. We ain't gonna let you ride it. Hey, you gonna be smiling too much. Could you please pull my nigga around? Not you. So everybody, we ain't gonna let everybody get it. It's gonna be for a particular people. Ain't that right? Y'all all right? White people, y'all don't have enough niggas. We want this time, we want out. Y'all all right? It's the truth though, we need something for ourselves. Whenever these people show you something, don't ever believe it. It's always another catch to what they're telling you.
That's right.
They they know what they're doing. They've been working on this stuff. This stuff been out. I mean, Leon was looking up, we were sitting around the night talking. Y'all seen Lysol, the back of Lysol can? Mm-hmm. Guess what they killed? Coronavirus.
Wow. Wow.
How Lysol already been set up to kill coronavirus? I'm gonna be spraying. I'm going to China, just spray their ass down. Get out of here! What the? All of a sudden, they got Lysol already been set up. Coronavirus been had it on him. They had like the stuff that popped up. They make up a can, make you run. Now white folks finna make money off. How many niggas you think finna run go buy Lysol to keep away the coronavirus? That stuff ain't gonna work unless you eject it in them. I don't pay these folks no attention. They make a fool. White folks just make up stuff. They finna get paid, make you get rid of Chinese. The Chinese finna, listen, the stock market is hurting. Y'all know how much money they make when these people fly back for the Chinese New Year? You know how many people not going back? They're not letting them leave. You know how many Chinese people got them wig stores and weave and nail store and foot washing places for niggas over here? They ain't going home. They finna be niggas washing feet again. And they back to the nigga. We finna be hot again. We coming back.
Yes, sir.
That's it, the nigga. Get the car, cause the nigga finna be hot.
Yes, sir.
The nigga in the car, the nigga in the car. We finna be hot again.
That's right.
They know what they doing. They finna shut. Listen, this is just show you how white people punish you when you resist their system. That just show you that they will set and they will kill and wipe out innocent people just to take you down when you striving and you working to build your own economy. Chinese people ain't hurt you. Ain't none of the other nation hurt you. People that hurt you are the people you sitting here with.
Yes, sir.
They the one got us hating. We hating Chinese people. Ain't no Chinese people had no niggas enslaved.
That's right. That's right.
Ain't no Iraqis had us enslaved. All the folks had you enslaved are right here.
That's right.
You dealing with descendants of people that own slaves.
That's right.
Y'all hear me? Y'all dealing with present day slave owners. If you on a job, you a slave.
Yeah.
Hello? I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. You sit here, you reading the book, you need to be real with yourself. Y'all keep mixing. This way was set up for us to only be with people that were minded to obey the ways of Elohim, and the people you with, that ain't their mindset. Cause he told you, what you think gonna happen? You get somebody not minded to stay consistent in behavior. What you think gonna happen? You got somebody want to go clubbing and drinking and homonging and midnight ram. They're gonna pull you away because after a while you feel you got to go find them, got to go catch up with them, got to go watch them, and then they're gonna pull your law away from Elohim. You will set us up to see whether or not we'll harm him or not, whether we'll stay strictly for what the book say. And we find people that go other way, we disassemble ourselves.
That's right.
That to be true with you. With the mess we in, this is sad simply because when you go back and read and they say, listen, this is the reason what happened. That the people have gone did the very same thing he told them not to do. And we were already told it's one of them things where you just got to go do it and see for yourself. It becomes dangerous for us now. It become dangerous. These people sitting here looking. When they read this in the book of Ezra, do you know they had already come out from the captivity from under the Babylonians?
That's right.
From Babylon, you talking about now, they sit up under the Medes, they sit up under Pyra, that they call the Persia, Iran. These people sit up here, and now they come back to realize all this stuff that happened to us because he told us earlier before it happened. And you sit around now, you do stuff, and you've been told better. It's dangerous. It's dangerous for us to sit around and keep playing around. Don't y'all know we got to be minded to be stricter for the book? It don't matter about your feelings, your emotions. You got to start looking at your soul got to have a resting place. Over anything you got. You can go ahead anybody you want. One of these people. You're not going to die with them.
Nope.
They're not going to live with you in no grave.
Nope.
You still going to have to stand up and you got to give account.
That's right.
You got to give an account. You can't do it for them. You want to give it for yourself.
That's right.
So at some point in time, it got to get personal.
That's right.
A lot of folks done ran out here to be with people and go with them. That's why they got to send messages.
Yes, sir.
It's tight when you get out there and you realize it.
Tight.
At the end of the day, you know what? You got to die for you.
Yes, sir.
Anybody that won't stay consistent, won't consider their soul, I don't consider them.
Nope.
That's just be honest. At the end of the day, you got to catch. The only reason I got that yellow woman out there, let's be honest, my wife fits me. Great woman, I appreciate it. It's women a little better than her. But it ain't no woman gonna do, ain't no woman gonna hard to do what she'll do. She was minded about her soul.
That's right.
That was more important to me than anything.
That's right.
Most important thing to me is somebody that cared about their soul.
That's right.
I know I had somebody then, like the book, my Lord could safely trust them. Mm-hmm. If you don't care about your soul, you wish-waffle, I can't count on you to care about me.
That's right.
If you ain't afraid of where you going when you die, I'm going to keep running. If you ain't afraid of where you going when you going to leave here, that's scary to me.
That's right.
If you ever had a heart flutter, you ever had a chance, when you couldn't call to catch your breath, you ever got a time you were choking and like you couldn't get out for a second? Hell, you were finna leave him. Yeah. So was I. I be considered. That man let you get your wind. You know how many people done went away with a cough or choking, couldn't get it back together and died? Could have been me. Yeah. Could have been me. Yeah. No, I'm not turning my back on. I know good well, man, ain't the person I used to be. You ain't gonna make it. You can't make it out here. I'm trying to listen. He got too many ways he can take you down. He got too many ways he can destroy your word, then turn your mind around. Then don't let you die, let you sit there and suffer. Man, restrict you to a bed, you can't even get on, let bed sores eat you up. Man, I can't afford to play with it, man. I got to stay on this side.
That's right.
All right, God, I say some funny stuff. That shit ain't funny, though. That's real. Eating that bad. At the end of the day, you going to leave him. You better be right.
That's right.
Whatever there's some folk that made some moves, they can send that video, they can see it. They ain't getting back in.
Nope.
I allow for something, they ain't getting back in.
That's right.
It's too late in the evening. You don't mess around, you get outside this ship, you get out there, you deserve to stay out there.
That's right.
Everybody here, you got to solve that mind and consider for yourself. What you gonna go out there and do? You done that before, why you ain't stay the first time?
That's right.
How many of y'all done smoked and drank before? Hell, why you ain't still doing it? And then you finna run back, why you stop?
Don't make sense.
Because it didn't satisfy. I've been there, it don't satisfy. And that's the what a really come to me, hell, I'd have stayed with it.
Yep.
Otherwise, you get past the fun of the game, reality starts setting in.
That's right.
You're doing the same thing, and you ain't going nowhere. You a loser.
Loser.
Line yourself, smoke that shit, then start putting cologne on, and you be thinking you don't smell yourself. Roll the water. How you do that thing? You sit around, I sit around, folks, you be saying, I bet this stupid person. You look, you said, bro, I was stupid. I said, I was still hollering, joking, looking around, and you tell you thinking, ain't nobody smell. I said, man, you smell so strong right now. In your mind, you think you getting away. Mr. Hood, let you see, you so dumb.
Just dumb.
We too dumb. I stand outside and smoke it, the air get, it don't work.
Nope.
That shit just run on your body like this. I'm gonna take you out here and shame because you're stupid.
That's right.
So you're a loser. I smoke that stuff, you get lost so much time in transition, you lose track of time.
Yeah.
So what is that? Man, where was I at? Then you done got yourself again, you go right back to lost. Too much time. I smoke, you just lose too much time.
That's right.
What farm you doing, you're a loser.
Loser.
Hey, how much time you don't get at first you be thinking, man, I be smoking, I stay focused. You a loser.
Loser.
You behind. That stuff don't get you ahead. You be behind.
That's right.
How many of y'all don't smoke the smoking? How many times you done forgot what you were doing? Hell, I walked down over the refrigerator, forgot I came run close and go back and say, I thought that went, go back and forget again. You be like, damn, it's tiring. And you be like, why was I going to the refrigerator anyway?
That's right.
You know how much time you lose?
That's right.
And I'm talking about, man, that thing help your memory. I used to be sitting around talking about, it don't mess with me, I don't forget it. Hell, I can't remember, I forgot. Man, watch TV and literally be inside the damn TV with the characters. Damn, in there with the commercial. You a loser.
Loser.
I'm telling you, I know. You be thinking you be ahead. Man, weed keep it on. You're a loser. Everybody tell me I don't smoke. I wasn't no play. I smoked it. Y'all niggas buying dime bag, nigga, not me. I was buying weed. Not to sell. I can tell a friend. I have friends, let me buy some weed. I don't sell weed, I sell crack. You can buy some crack. How you telling me I don't sell, let me buy some weed. I don't sell weed, you can buy crack. I sell crack. I don't sell no weed. Listen, I'm talking about I bought weed. That's my project to smoke. Man, he got that little stuff over here. Y'all ain't done it. I was a loser. You a loser.
Yep.
I get through, went straight home so I could smoke. Lock myself in the house. Loser. Close the blind. Hell, I was upstairs. Nobody looking for me. Loser. You in your mind thinking, hell, a weed shirt on and the shit be moving on my shirt like that. I be like, I can smoke this shirt. Lost in time. Look at it. Listen. Shirt on my shirt. Look, I can see it moving. Shirt like, the weed on my shirt just moving like that. I'm like, I'm sitting thinking, I can pull this on my shirt and put it. Loser. Y'all know you're a loser. And all I'm doing is killing time. All I'm doing, it be fun you're doing. I'm telling the truth. I know you're a loser.
Yes, right.
None of these folks out here drinking, only they getting drunk, they're losers.
That's right.
That's all I'm gonna do, is start loser. When you get your mind set, you got something to do, I stay focused. I got to have a ready mind. Ain't that right? They're trying to escape. I ain't trying to escape no reality. I know they're inevitable coming. I'm trying to escape eternal damnation. That's the only thing. I ain't trying to escape no reality. It's life. This is what it is. So I got to make the best of it while I'm here. I got to make full proof of my ministry.
That's right.
Y'all hear me? I got to give an account for what I'm doing. I got to make sure it's right.
That's right.
I ain't reading and looking at that book to find something to get out. I'm trying to get into something.
That's right.
When I go back to that book, I'm trying to find where the defects and the error were in the people so I make sure I get the chinks out of my armor.
That's right. That's right.
Man, we fighting a warfare.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to do like the book. I don't want my Lord to be overcharged. He was serving and drunken. I don't need this stuff to come and overtake me. I try to set my mind that wherever I lose, wherever go, wherever get taken, I'll still stand.
That's right. Yes, sir.
I seen folks a little sick and a little ill and come. Shit, they done gave up.
Yep.
All that singing talk, shut your damn mouth.
That's right.
I don't care what call like, man. I see you stand, family gonna stand there. Kids are standing. Wife are standing. I ain't got no excuse to lay down.
That's right.
Folks, we sitting on, we ain't got nothing but pillars in here. Man, why he had a stroke, man, still coming, so 3 days late, standing. Folks, we what the hell y'all quitting for anything? You need to be getting off your ass and getting in here standing.
That's right.
Anybody can be a loser and a quitter. It takes something to stand. Man said when I did all this, I can stand. Stand therefore. Still standing. Y'all sit around here trying to find a reason to quit. Folks keep listening. You ain't doing nothing. Nobody else ain't done that come before you. Talking about John pressing with that thing and didn't know. Shit, you can't hardly see one side of their face. Standing. I know it kind of playing people. I do be kind of human. But I appreciate that. You know what? No folks, hell, they done already quit. Still living, still got time to get right. I'll be honest, still got time to get right. I'm on this side where I can get it right. Mess around and cut a deal and mess around and go ahead. That man told me I put my hand to the plow. I ain't even fit to even enter in. We sit around crying folks like the man said, better weep for yourself. Everybody here folks got enough mind to go out here and do this crazy shit. They ain't got enough sense to sell and obey this book. If this ain't right, go get it what's right then.
That's right.
I guarantee I ain't sitting there and I believe right and I know something wrong.
That's right.
I stay on it. Whatever the man showed me said wrong, I guarantee you I'm going to get away from it because I got to be saved. The man done made the thing down. I jumped to 9th chapter. Read 91. Again from the book of Oswald. Listen to the book.
Now, when these things were done,
What things? I can go back through the Torah and tell me what was done. Once I find out when these things were done, I can go back and trace down through the Torah and see where the defects at, where the chinks in their armor were. I'm trying to establish a relationship with Mr. Yahuwah. When I call, I want the answer. When he called me, I want an answer. I don't want to be hiding behind no tree with no fig leaves on. Man done made me eat just like you said when he called him an answer, he going to have a desire to the works of his hand.
Yes, sir.
The man know what he done made.
That's right.
I get on these brothers a lot of times, y'all got to try to get you to stand.
Yes, sir.
Stop making excuses. Stop looking for you to be a failure and get up and be a man. Nobody going to do nothing for us.
That's right.
Tell me, don't even look for them to do it. Anything we going to do, we're going to do it among us.
That's right.
Y'all hear me? We're going to have to look among us. That's the way we're going to have to do it.
That's right.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Setting the prayer, these same things they went. Whatever your condition, whoever going through, listen, everybody going through.
Yeah.
You still got a soul to be saved.
Right.
No excuses for no quitting, no mumbling, grumbling.
That's right.
Anything you lock down harder, you draw nearer, you get closer.
That's right.
You pull louder more.
That's right.
So as I went through 3 surgeries last year. I was going back and by myself, laying in the hospital. I said, man, what in the world going on? How in the world I get here? I was thinking, how I get here? I'm supposed to be the man come see other folk. Nobody supposed to come see me. I'm not supposed to be the man. I'm supposed to be the man go see somebody laying up. Now I'm laid up. That's just a corner, but I never doubted him.
That's right.
I never said I was going to turn my back on him.
Right.
Ain't that right? It's good. He sent me somewhere to consider.
Yes, sir.
Every time he went and said, son, you leaving him. In here, you got to consider. If he done sent me better, I felt like I'll live forever.
Yeah.
Let me pass by. Let me know, so I let you pass by, let you pass out. But eventually you're going to pass through him, and it'll be your last stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
That being honest, a lot of folks out there now, they ain't make it out. I left.
That's right.
And then I was minded. Every time I went, I told, I want to go back. I want to see the arm. I don't have for much. I ain't telling them to go run the street, let me midnight, let me get no weed and drink before I leave, let me get no hoe. I said I'll just make it back.
Yeah.
Let me make it back. Let me make it back and do my job. He know it. I don't ask him for that. Let me make it back and do my job.
That's right.
Ain't that right? This is a good work, Mr. Yahuwah done gave me, and I hard this work.
That's right.
Y'all hear me? Cause I be honest. If I got a defect or fault, I be honest and tell folks, you can laugh like show you I'm human, but I changed my ways. I'm telling you, I done mend my way with Mr. Yahuwah. I don't work to make sure that thing right. I ain't no hypocrite in what I'm living.
That's right.
I don't say one thing and do another thing in here. What I say, that's what I do. The book says, so say and do.
Yeah.
I tell you, all you got is your word.
That's it.
Mr. Yahuwah showed me how important with the word. That's how you establish this whole thing.
That's right.
Isn't that right?
That's right.
Book said by that man, well, he done got all this thing in reservation, got this thing set in reservation, but he's going to destroy it later. Keeping all this stuff by his word. That's what's keeping me to the bar. Why you ain't commit adultery? That's the word. Don't tell me that word can't keep nobody.
That's right.
Hell, I ain't got to play no Luther Vandross and nothing else.
Come on.
Hell, I already know a house ain't man unless Mr. Yahuwah in it.
Yes, sir.
He's looking for another man. I'm looking at Mr. Yahuwah.
That's right.
I don't know who done built the house.
Yeah.
I'm talking who built the house, who established the house.
That's right.
I'm trying to make my way home.
Yes, sir.
I come down the middle, I'm trying to set a precedent for y'all. Everyone, you ain't got no business to be ashamed of what you believe.
That's right.
So I know in whom I believe. And I'm persuaded he able to keep what I committed against that union.
Yes, sir. That's right.
My whole covenant, he ain't going to make me ashamed.
That's right.
So I'm standing.
That's it.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
I'm standing.
Come on now.
All I got is stuff going. I keep stuff going. Some help. None that I put there to get my salvation.
Yeah.
I never put it against my salvation. I can't be saved because that's natural. All that natural. I do with Mr. Yahuwah. That's of the Ruach.
Yeah.
That's what's going to stand. I already know he told me it's impossible. Offense got to come.
Yeah.
So when you set your mind to realize something got to happen when you living right. Stuff came in when I was living wrong. I still kept living wrong.
Yep.
Stuff coming in, I'm living right. Why am I go back to living wrong?
Come on.
What was going out there wrong, I was living wrong, stuff was going wrong, made me come to do what's right.
That's right.
Now when stuff coming and going and stuff go wrong, it ain't because I ain't living right.
That's right.
I'm going to stay with this.
Yes, sir.
I got confidence. When I was out there in the world, stuff going wrong, I thought about suicide a whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
I thought about suicide a whole lot. I looked at a lot of times letting it go. Everybody's suicidal. Anybody out there in that street, you ain't got no anchor, no fountain, I know hell you suicidal.
Yeah.
Don't fool yourself. Everybody, you get high, you get drunk, you suicidal. Because you don't want to face reality.
That's right.
Because you're ashamed of what y'all.
That's right.
Ain't that right? That's the truth. Why you think I was ashamed of who I was? Don't let these folks fool. Can we go do some drinking? No, I know you're going to be ashamed.
Yep.
And I will keep you sober-minded.
That's right.
That's just being, I want you sober-minded.
Right.
Man, the way too crucial for them to sit here and mess up and start drinking. Pick me up at 28 right quick, at 28 and 7. Book of Yeshayahu. They call it Isaiah. I'm going to get y'all out of here. Y'all done got me warm up here.
Yes, sir.
28 and 8. Listen to the book.
But
Yes,
they
sir.
also have heirs,
Through what?
wine,
And what else?
through strong drink,
What
are
happened?
out of the way.
Like who?
The Kahan and the Nabi.
And well, here I'm sitting up here, man, I'm TD4, and I'm going to go get drunk. I'm going to go out here and start drinking. He ain't even talking about the people. He talking about the folk leading them.
Yes, sir.
You know, he told them where the error the folk was. He said the leaders. He was the shorter one called these people the error. And the folk led them destroy. Folk counting on me.
Yes, sir.
Folk counting on me. That's why you ain't gonna worry about him drinking and smoking. Listen, it's some stuff I can prove the book you can do, but it ain't going to be profitable for you.
That's right.
It wouldn't be profitable for you, though.
That's right.
It just wouldn't be profitable. I'll lose you. That's if I look like these little nice little, where are you? Everybody, I don't want y'all using yet, because I know what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. I'll lose you. You get so far to disrespect, you can't get back to
That's
respect.
right. That's
Some of
right.
y'all let that word, these words shouldn't have no bearing on your salvation.
No,
it's
sir.
unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. Y'all let stuff go, you won't even be saved no more.
That's right.
That word can't. I lost some of these folks that call these words. What about the guy who said the bar he what was that at?
And the law.
That he might not do what? Somebody ain't put it in here where it count at. And I went, damn shit and ass gonna make me qatar? Then I ain't got something on the inside. That gonna make me go fornicate? How you go from here now? You out here ain't no here because you got something else going on.
Right.
It wasn't them words got you
That's
going.
right.
It was something already resonating.
Come on, preacher.
Damn shit and that. Man, I need to go cheat on my wife.
Nah,
don't even make sense.
Don't make sense.
The words don't even say that.
Nope.
Don't make sense. I need to go snort some cocaine.
Nope.
Don't even make sense.
Don't make sense.
Don't add up what the man instructed me to do. There it is. For always looking for a reason to get out somewhere and get something extra. All you gotta do is just stay with what the plan is.
Yes, sir.
Let's just stay with what the plan is.
Yes, sir.
He said they also had air through wine. And through what?
Strong drink
What happened?
are out of the Durant.
Tell them what happened, son.
Kahan and Nabi
Tell them what they do.
have erred through strong drink.
Listen.
They are swallowed up of wine
See what happened? They'll swallow up a what?
wine.
And
They are out of the way through strong drink.
listen what happened.
They err in Kazum.
See that? How many of y'all done got drunk before and seen something you thought you were saying you didn't see it right? What you think was the problem? He told you what happened. He told you what happened. He wasn't lying. That's how there's a lot of folks robbed the road. They look like the road went that way. They erred in vision. That's what he told you. You know, this stuff make you err in your vision. This is what happened.
They stumble in mashpah.
How many of y'all ever stumbled before, tripped or fell drinking? Wonder how that happens. Huh? Bad judgment. You put your foot down and realize another step and boom, your judgment was off. You thought you was already on the ground. You judged the matter and you judged it wrong. That's how you fell. You thought wasn't nothing else. Your judgment, the way was clear. You didn't know it. Don't you know you make a judgment when you fall? You only fell because you miscalculated or you assumed. You judged the way was clear. It was okay. It was safe and it wasn't safe. Man, I remember one time I was kicking the tire. I don't know what reason drinking. Just had first time drunk that Cobra beer. That damn thing bit me, boy, I drank it. We said, made no sense. I seen a tire. Pick the tire, roll the tire, kick the tire. Then what? I drew back to kick that tire, damn thing gone. I said, woo, listen. I came up off the ground and landed on some rocks. It was man, I said, I know my ass is bleeding. I don't want to see it. It did. I said, I know all that just busted up, just bleeding. Man, I was so bad. Got right on up and went to the fair. I didn't even check, man. I said, oh, I know that. I stumbled in judgment. I erred in vision. It's fun. I'm telling you about, but you know what? I was swallowed up. It had consumed me. I was no longer in control. I made bad judgment call. I assumed. I thought. And that's what he told you, that you stumble.
Yeah.
You err in vision. He done told me what happened. And this is what has happened.
For all tables are full of vomit
and
filthiness,
so
that there is no place clean.
That's what it said. That's what we look at. Gotta be careful. Before you know it, you mess around, won't nothing be right.
That's right.
See that? You start out with a little bit, before you know, you'll mess up. Look what Shaul told you at 5 and 13 of the book of Ephesians. 5:13. I'm gonna get y'all out of here. You got me up here, man, y'all. Now, any of y'all want to go now, you free to leave. I ain't talking about the night now. Like, leave, like go home, go sleep. I'm talking you going to pull out. And that's where you going to be at, too. Let me tell you something. It's late now. It's time for everybody to anchor down, make up your mind what you're going to do. This is your nefesh. You can have pride, too, and it'll come just before a fall.
That's right. That's right.
Isn't that right? That thing comes just before a fall. Listen to the book.
But all things that are reproved
what?
Are made manifest by the Aur.
Mm-hmm.
For whatsoever.
All things that are approved.
But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the Aur.
By the Aur. The Barashit 1 and 1. I'm sorry, not Barashit 1 and 1, but well, we could do that. We can use Barashit 1 and 1, but I want Yukanan 1 and 1 too. Since he made that statement, let's see how that work out. Yukanan, he give me Barashit. Yukanan, they call it John. Saint John. Listen, Barashit 1 and 1. Listen.
Barashit was the Debar.
Barashit, in the beginning, was the Word.
And the Debar was with Elohim.
The Debar was with Elohim.
And the Debar was Elohim.
The who?
Same was in the beginning with Elohim.
What happened?
All things were made by him.
And?
Without him was not anything made that was made.
What happened?
In him was Kai.
What did I call Barashit 101? He must have been in the spirit. Hell, what you got? Barashit 101. You was sitting right there the whole time too, Wayne.
You didn't say which one you wanted first.
Who didn't hear me say what I wanted first? Who heard me say what I wanted first? You with the veil now. I'm watching. Now you fine. Barashit 1 and 1. Hold your Ukanan 1 and 1.
Yes, sir.
We don't still use that though. Listen, Barashit 1 and 1. Why are you just looking?
Because I have Yahukanan 1 and 1. I apologize.
Sissy. So you can't flip over the Barashit 1 and 1? What you looking at him for? Flip the Barashit 1 and 1. What is wrong with him? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to talk with that boy parents. Soon as it's over with. You getting a note going home with you, buddy. Barashit 1 and 1. Listen to the book.
Barashit,
Alahim,
Bara, the Shamayim, and the Arats.
So what happened with Yahukanan 1 and 1? Yahukanan 1 and 1 gave us more clarity on Barashit, because that statement told us Barashit, in the beginning, Bara created, Alahim, which was plural. As Christians, we were never told that was plural. And we did. It actually took away the validity of a one Alahim. They said if you believed that it was two, then you didn't believe it was one. But then Adam told us how to actually perfectly mathematically put it together. He said the two should be one. That's what he said. Adam told us. Alahim is a plural statement. Right. So when Barashit when Yahukanan told us in the beginning was the Debar, and the Debar was Alahim, and the Debar was with Alahim, that made sense that would be plural in Barashit.
That's right.
So Yahukanan verified that is a plural statement.
Right.
The argument with a Christian church, you get a Christian tell them, that book said in the beginning God created. That's capital G-O-D. Am I correct? In y'all book, that is not plural. Anytime something capitalized, that's singularized in one. Typically in standard, am I correct? G-O-D put that way would just make it thinking it was singular one. Would that make you think plural the way Genesis is written?
No.
You would only think one supreme. He's telling us that it was two, but Adam told us that the two should be one. Because Adam let us know that it came out, the woman, the Ish, Ashah, came out from the Ish. So I know that the son came out from the Abba.
That's right. That's right.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
He said, I and my Abba are one. Adam helped me to understand that the two should be one. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Listen to the book.
And the Arats was without form,
And
void,
what happened?
and Kashak was upon the Pani of the deep.
Upon the face of the deep darkness. And tell them what happened?
And the Ruach of Alahim moved upon the Pani of the Ma'im.
And what happened?
And Alahim said,
Let.
there be Aur,
And what was there?
Aur.
And what happened?
And Alahim saw the Aur,
And
that it was tube,
so what happened?
and Alahim divided the Aur from the Kashak.
And tell them what happened.
And Alahim called the Aur Yum,
And
the Kashak he called Layla.
what happened?
And the evening and the morning were the first Yum.
Listen.
And Alahim said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the Ma'im, and let it divide the Ma'im from the Ma'im. And Alahim made the firmament and divided the Ma'im which were under the firmament from the Ma'im which were above the firmament, and it was so.
What happened?
And Alahim called the firmament Shamayim.
And
The evening and the morning were the second Yum.
what happened?
And Alahim said, let the Ma'im under the Shamayim be gathered together
Well,
unto one Malkum,
yeah.
and let the dry Beth appear.
What happened?
And it was so. And Alahim called the dry Beth Arats, and the gathering together of the Ma'im called he Yam.
Yes.
And Alahim saw that it was two.
What happened?
And Alahim said, let the Arats bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the Pari'ats yielding Pari after his kind, whose seed is in itself
What happened?
upon the Arats, and it was so.
What happened?
And the Arats brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the Ats yielding Pari, whose seed was in itself after his kind, and Alahim saw that it was two.
That's good. That's good. The reason why we're looking at this, because we're trying to demonstrate that nothing happened until our Ur came. The statement we were looking in the 5 and 13 right quick again, the book of Ephesians, he got me 1 and 1 of Yahukanan. Ephesians 5:13. Euchanon 1:1. Listen to the book.
But all things that are reproved
Which are reproved.
are made manifest by the Aur.
See that? That's how I knew whether or not it was right. You got to have that Aur, how everything knew it separated, so you got to be able to see. It's got to be clear. That's what light do. Light make clear. That's all it is. Light is just actually, you look at it, it's just something that makes clear. So that's why he told you the bar is actually light. Because it makes clear. When we read him, and the statement started in the 9th chapter, what does it say again, Ezra 9:1?
Now when these things were done,
So
the
what
Sharim,
what things were done? We clearly know now, since we've gone back through the debar, making clear, reproving that we know they had to marry him. Some said, but we know clearly what happened. If those people had turned away, then this showed me exactly what happened when these things were done. I know what things were done by the debar. It made it clear for me. It's very clear when I read the 7th chapter of the book of All Our Heart, Dabarim, because these are the words. Now I just thought and told me that when these things were done. Hello? So I can come back and I can reprove. I can do corrections. This is how the bar works. So he lets me know, guess what, Smith? This ain't nothing but or. That's all the definition of light is, something that makes clear. Y'all got it? So when somebody, you know what? Sometime when you explain something, somebody got it. You know what they say? Light popped on. Y'all hear that statement?
That's right.
Did a literal light come on?
No.
It just became clear.
That's right.
So when he started the bara, which would create, he knew it made sense to put light so to be clear to him. Everything needed to be clear to him. Everything I told to separate, move, and told it this pattern was the right pattern. This needed to be clear that you can see it. And anytime you want to go back to check to see if it's right, just use the light or the word. Hello? That's what's going to make it clear for you. Euchanon 1:1, so I can finish that 5 and 13 of the book of Ephesians. Listen to the book.
Barashit was the debar.
See, in the beginning was the word.
And the debar was with Elohim.
With. That's two. Anything with, there's more than one. That's one and another. Ain't that right? That's nothing singular. Me and my suitcase, then I got something else with me. He telling you that in the beginning was the debar, and the debar was with him. And what was the debar?
And the debar was Elohim.
Because the two shall be one. Adam taught us that. Listen.
The same was in the beginning with Elohim.
And that's what he told us in the book of Mashali. He said, I was one by him as one brought up with him. The book said the same was with him in Barashit. What happened?
All things were made by him.
And
without him was not anything made that was made.
That's how I know he didn't create bara until he got light. Euchanon told me that in the 9th chapter. He said he had to work while it was you. He said, because when the Layla come, nobody don't work in the Layla. Well, it made no sense he was creating in the dark. It only made sense that he had the Layla, that he had the Yum. So when they told he started working, I knew he had to cut the light on. So it can be clear. Hello? Well, it made no sense for him to come work in the dark. Is that right? So he said, I start off with the light on.
That's right.
Okay, don't worry about it. Listen.
In him was Cain.
See that? He brought it, he was already with it. And tell him what Cain was.
And the Cain was the Aura of Anashim.
So since we comparing the word to light, so in him was the word. And the word was the life of man. Or you want to call it the light. Because Dawood told us that the debar was a lamp to his feet and it made clear. He said, that's how it's clear to me what I'm supposed to do. That's how it's clear for me to understand what it is when he come and he correct me or what it is. It's clear to me because I understand it. That the debar makes clear for me what I'm supposed to do. Y'all got it? Listen.
And the Aura shineth in Kashah.
And
the Kashah comprehended it not.
see that? So that means then we had to come along, and we, as a people without the knowledge of the Debar, or people without the knowledge of the light, had to be taught of the light. That's why it's written in Nabim, they all shall be taught of the Or. Every man therefore that had heard and learned, guess what they do? Coming to him, listen.
There was a Ish sent from Elohim, whose Shem was Yeuchanan.
What was he?
The same came for a witness to bear witness of the Aur, that all Anashim through him might aman. He was not that Aur.
He was not the word. Listen.
But was sent to bear witness of that Aur.
Listen.
That was the Amat Aur,
That do what?
lighteth every Ish that cometh into the Arats.
See that? That's what they're doing to give you Kai. The Debar. By the Debar is how you live. And that's the simulation of him lighting a candle. You know a candle is dead until you put a torch on it. That's what he said about you.
That's right.
That's why he referred to them being as lampstands.
Right.
And here they come, you have to light them.
That's right.
That's the same thing happened with Anashim. So we understood the premise from the candles or the lampstands. They taught you candlesticks. So that's white European detriment teaching with these 9 candles on a stick and 6 candles, and you're gonna walk between them in a straight line. Makes no sense.
That's right.
The book say you walk in the midst of them. So I know they're gonna be in a circular form of motion. Y'all got it?
That's right.
So we start to come and look at how he operates, and then we understand how he's on the inside of us. Listen.
He was in the Arats.
And?
The Arats was made by him.
And?
The Arats knew him not.
What happened?
He came unto his own.
And?
His own received him not.
What happened?
But as many as received him,
What happened?
to them gave he power to become the Bani of Elohim.
He made them the Kukabins. Man got our Or in him, and man didn't recognize our Or when it was talking to him. Which means man got the word in him, that's how he's been bara, and man didn't understand the word when it was spoken to him. Because he came to his own. If he is our Or, who would he come to? He's going to come to our Or. Hello?
Yes, sir.
He's also the word.
That's
so
right.
he's going to come to that which been made by the word.
That's right.
Hello?
That's right.
And that which was bara by the word didn't even know the word. That's why it's significant that everyone had to be taught of the word. Because every man therefore that heard and learned, then they'll come to the word. Those that were created and made by the word will come to the word. Hello? That's the kind of understanding we had to get. And he just usually telling you about light. And you know what you would think? That's kind of dumb. How when light know light? It's kind of dumb. How when people made by the word not know the word?
Right.
Listen.
Even to them that aman on his Shem, which were born not of Dam,
Yeah.
nor of the will of the Basar,
But what?
nor of the will of Ish,
Yeah.
but of Elohim.
See that? That's what we looked at. Listen.
And the Debar was made Basar,
And did what?
dwelt among us,
And what did we do?
and we beheld his kabod,
Yeah.
the kabod as of the only begotten of the Abba,
Full of what?
Khan and Amat.
Can imagine that. So he put the written word in fleshly form. That's not hard for us because when we wrote our writings, we wrote on tablets. Musha, we got some superscriptions writing on tablets and on stones of bond, but we got more of our writings actually written on animal skins.
That's right.
Hello? That's how they actually wrote. They actually wrote on we talk about the parchment, animal skin, dried for writing. Used for writing. That's why I shall tell you our epistles. Written in, where was it in? Read of who? So when people saw you, you were supposed to be manifesting because that's what our Or do. It makes clear. So what people didn't understand about it, they were supposed to get an understanding when they saw you. If he was the Amat Or, and he was making clear, then he set for a precedent that all these other little lights were also used to make other things and give clarity to people. But we need to have an understanding about the Or. See, the Benin of Yaakov had a little understanding of it. Yaakov and his aim had, or his Ashar had understanding. When Yahusuf told him about the Shamash, the Yari, and the Kukabim, they all understood. He's talking about us. He's talking about us. The only people that's got the deficit or got the loss of understanding is us. At the 5th chapter of the book of Ephesians 5:13. I finish y'all up. Listen to the book.
But all things
I know that's the God I was talking about, but don't worry about it. But all things
that are reproved
that are reproved
are made manifest by the Aur.
see that? Because we learned that all was given by the inspiration and was profitable for see? He said or because the word makes it clear for us. That's how we get an understanding by the word. So we understand that's equivalent to or light. Making clear for us. So we can use the word if it's something that we have a doubt or reservation about. We can go back and look at the book and find out whether or not it be so. That's what the people did in they were the Yahudim of Beerah. They were more noble, more aristocrat than those in Thessalonica because they received the or with all readiness of mind. He told you what happened in the book of Yucatan when he came to them. They received it, but the Yahudim of Beerah, they were more aristocrat of a higher social class that they received already in mind. And guess what they served? The or. They were searching it whether those things were so. That's the difference. Us, we don't care to check. We don't want to know because once we know, we are responsible.
Yeah.
Listen what this is saying.
Yeah.
Listen.
For whatsoever doth make manifest is Aur.
See that? Listen.
Wherefore he saith, awake, thou that sleepest.
Why you gonna wait? What's all that for? Ain't Arboretum, nigga. That's just you. What it? Come on.
Awake, thou that sleepest, and Zarok from the moot, and Mashiach shall give thee Aur.
See that? See what?
Then that ye walk circumspectly.
What did we say that was? Unwilling to take risk. Unwilling. Not willing to take risk. Not.
As fools,
That's who would do it. But
as wise,
doing what?
redeeming the time,
Tell them why.
because the Yamim are Rasha.
What happened?
Wherefore
Do what?
be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Adon is,
Y'all hear that? And listen what else he told you.
and be not drunk with wine,
With what?
wherein is excess,
But do what?
be filled with the Ruach.
How did they err?
Wine.
And
Strong drink.
that's how they was what?
Out of the
That's
way.
how it was out of the way. That's why he told you that. He told you to be not drunk with wine. Wherein?
Excess.
Excess. At the 6th chapter of the book of Barashit. 9. Make that 9:21. Barashit. (9:21). Listen to the book.
And he drank of the wine and was drunken.
That's 9:21.
Yes, sir.
That's right. What he did?
And he drank of the wine
What happened?
and was drunken.
He drank of the wine and was.
Drunken.
What happened?
And he was uncovered within his tent. And Cam, the Abba of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his Abba, and told his to Akim without. And Shem and Japhet.
Hold on, Batman. What was he at? Batman up at 9:21. What happened?
And he drank of the wine and was drunken.
He drank of the wine and he was drunken.
And he was uncovered within his tent.
And what happened?
And Cam, the Abba of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his Abba, and told his two Akim without. And Shem and
That's
Japhet
good. Yeah, that's it. And what did they do?
took a garment,
And did what?
laid it upon both their shoulders,
And did what?
went backwards, and covered the nakedness of their Abba. And their panim were backward, and they saw not their Abba's nakedness. And Nuach awoke from his wine, and he knew what his younger being had done unto him.
And what did he say?
And
Oh,
he,
give me 1 Corinthians 11 and 19.
and he said, All be Canaan,
Curse be Cain.
and Abad Abadim shall he be
A servant shall he be
unto his Akim.
unto his Akim.
And he said, Barak be Yahuwah Elohim Asham, and Canaan shall be his Abad.
Look at that. He already had Barak the Shem. Hadn't even got that now. He Barak the Shem. Listen, where the Shem Cain, I'm sorry. Listen, 1 Corinthians 11, 19. First Corinthians 11, 19. Listen to the book.
For there must be also heresies among you,
See what gotta happen? Gotta have heresies. Come on.
that they which are approved may be made manifest among you.
See that? Listen.
When ye come
See that?
to,
That's how you gonna see what's light and what's darkness. He says gotta be among you. That's how you can know. Don't you know Kashak gotta be in? How you gonna know how if you ain't here Kashak? He just told him it gotta be heresy among them. He says gotta be there. He said otherwise how you gonna know who's been approved? You had to see it. How you gonna know how if you didn't know Kashak?
Right.
Listen to the book.
when ye come together therefore
Wow.
into one Malkum,
In one place.
this is not to eat the Adon supper. For in eating every one taketh
Well, yeah, let's go to that. Everyone do what? Take it.
before other his own supper, and one is hungry,
And what happened?
another is drunken.
What you want to know?
What? Have ye not Beth to eat and to drink in?
So what was Noah when he got drunk? He was in his own house.
That's right.
That's what they ask you.
Or despise ye the Adah of Elohim?
That's why you got a teacher. You said, or else you want to err in vision and stumble in judgment?
And shame them,
Back up.
or despise ye the Adah of Elohim?
So exactly what tables were full of women? It was the table that was in the Mashmakan.
That's right. That's right.
See, what y'all miss, I want to tell you a lot of stuff I can tell you, but you'll just make a mess. You notice how he told them they were going to burn in Sheol because they were drunk? He just told they could do it at home. He told them they could drink at home. You got to be real strong. A lot of stuff y'all want to do, you just ain't smart enough to do it. Now I only say that because somebody is going to transgress. They had a customer drinking it. It couldn't have been that wrong that Yahuwah made it for him. When he went to the wedding, he made it for him. And then told them to bear it out and take it to them so they could drink it. Everything just had to be in its time. Let's see what he tells you in the 23rd chapter book of Oriah. Yahuwah shining. 23:14. Make it 12. They call it Luke. Listen to the book Hadassah 1 and 9. Listen to the book.
In the same Yom, Pilate and Herod were made Reah together, for before they were at enmity between themselves. And Pilate, when he had called together the Rosh Kohanim and the Sharim of the said unto them, Ye
Make
have-
it 22. See if it's 22 and 12.
Yes, sir.
Listen to the book.
And he shall shew you a large upper room, furnished, there make ready. And they went and found as he had said unto them, and they made ready the Pesach. And when the hour was come, he sat down, and the 12 apostles with him. And he said unto them, with desire I have desired to eat this Pesach with you.
I did what?
Desire to eat this Pesach with you before I suffer.
What happened?
For I say unto you, I will not any more eat thereof until it be fulfilled in the Malkuth of Elohim. And he took the cup and gave thanks and said, take this and divide it among yourselves.
Why?
For I say unto you, I will not drink of the pari of the vine until the Malkuth of Elohim shall come.
You say I ain't gonna never do what?
I will not drink of the.
I ain't gonna never what?
I will not drink of the pari of the vine until the Malkuth of Elohim shall come.
He ain't gonna never do what? You said what? We just done went all off subject, huh?
You all right?
Let's see how they work. Hadassah 1 and 9. Oh, and say that Nahum Yah chapter 5 for me. Let's see about 5 and 12. Let's see. Listen.
Also, Vashti the Malkah made a muhadi for the Nashim in the royal Beth, which belonged to Malach Ahasuerus, on the 7th Yom, when the lob of the Malach was merry with wine.
What?
On the 7th Yom, when the lob of the Malach was merry with wine.
I know they gotta be a sin. Listen.
He Amar, Mehuman, Biztha, Harbona, Bigtha, and Abagtha, Zethar, and Carcas, the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Ahasuerus the Malach,
What happened?
to bring Vashti the Malkah before the Malach with the crown royal, to shew the arm and the sharim her beauty,
Yeah.
for she was fair to look on. But the Malkah Vashti refused to come at the Malach Amar by his chamberlains.
At verse 6. Listen.
Where were white, green, and blue hangings fastened with cords of fine linen and purple to silver rings and pillars of marble. The beds were of gold and silver upon a pavement of red and blue and white and black marble. And they gave them drink in vessels of gold, the vessels being diverse one from another, and royal wine in abundance according to the state of the Malach. And the drinking was according to the Torah.
What was the transgression?
And the drinking was according to the Torah.
He was at home when he was drinking it. That's why Yahusha told you he wasn't going to drink it
Gotta go
till he
home.
get home.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Y'all ain't going to believe it. I do this for a living. 5 and 12. Nahum Yah. I ain't even want this. I mean, it just fell in my hand. I want y'all to read when you go and y'all do your private study. I got some at home, they're private study. Folks get their own stuff, think they done found something. He ain't found nothing.
That's right. That's right.
I know what I'm doing. I know what folks strong enough to do.
That's right.
Folks run straight to the liquor store and make a mess.
That's right.
I know they're gonna make a mess. But they're gonna show whether or not you be wise, Lord.
That's right.
When we get home, we gonna drink.
That's right. That's right.
This ain't home.
We
bro.
ain't home. That's right. That's right.
So we gotta make sure it's gonna be according to the Torah.
Yes, sir.
So you will try to go and you'll try to condemn Noah, wouldn't you? You didn't know why he couldn't be condemned, did he? Because he was at home.
Yes, sir.
That's why Shaul would let them folk know. You got house you can go do this at.
That's right.
Or you despise the Malkum Elohim. So they talk about the tables. Because we got a table inside the mashkan.
That's right.
The book told you that was the first part.
That's right.
And where was the who?
2, 3.
And the table.
That's right.
That's all he needs to teach him. That's all I need to teach him. Listen, 5 and 12. Listen to the book.
Then said they, we will restore them and will require nothing of them. So will we do as thou sayest. Then I called the Kohanim and took an oath of them that they should do according to this Shabbat. Also I shook my lap and said, so Elohim shake out every ish from his house and from his labor that performeth not this Shabbat, even thus be his shaken out and emptied.
Who you heard that from? Yahushua told the apostle to do that.
That's right.
He said the folk didn't receive him, told them to shake the very dust from their feet.
Yes,
That's
sir.
from Malcolm Young. Malcolm Young said that the precedent for us. Told him to shake the dust. He said, I shook my lap. I shook that stuff off. So that'd be to every Ish and every Anashim house. They don't perform all these debates. When they came to you and they spoke, you didn't take it. He said, shake it out from
That's
you.
right.
Let it fall on you the same way.
Yes, sir.
They said Yahushua, he was with calm to these people. He also told them to do the same thing that Malcolm Yah told them to do.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
And all the Adah said, Aman,
Everybody else agreed. Listen.
and Tahala Yahuwah,
Listen.
and the Alm did according to this Shabbat. Moreover, from that time that I was appointed to be their governor
What happened?
in the land of Yehuda, from the 20th year, even unto 2 and 30 year of Artaxerxes the Malach,
What
that
happened?
is 12 years. I and my Akim have not eaten the lakam of the governor, but the former governors that had been before me were chargeable unto the Alm, and had taken of them lakam and wine, beside 40 shekels of silver. Yea, even their abadim bear rule over the Alm, but so did not I,
What
because of the Yara of Elohim.
Because of the fear of Elohim? What happened?
Yea, also I continued in the work of this wall, neither bought we any land, and all my abadim were gathered thither unto the work. Moreover, there were at my table 150 of the Yahudim and Sharim, besides those that came unto us from among the heathen
What happened?
that are about us. Now that which was prepared for me daily
When?
Like
what?
was 1 ox and 6 choice sheep. Also fowls were prepared for me, and once in 10 yamim store of all sorts of wine.
What they made for you? How long? When was it? What happened?
And once in 10 yamim
Every 10 days. What happened?
store of all sorts of wine.
Man, all kind of wine. Every 10 days.
That's right.
He told you that the Shah that came before him had it. He told you he didn't take. He said they had it, and the other one, and he didn't say that they was committing Qatar.
Nope.
He told you they had become chargeable to the arm.
That's right.
Hello?
That's right.
He said every 10 days they got me wine, all kind of wine, Boom Farm, Chardonnay, and that cold duck.
Yes, for cold duck.
He didn't do that MD. That not they get somebody got hit out there. Kevin done got hit. Kevin done that cold duck.
Yes, sir.
That's why I do that duck go, boy. My mouth start watering. I'm on that cold. How many y'all on that cold duck?
Andre.
That thing
Yes,
was
sir.
summer.
That's right.
You had that cold duck.
Andre, yes, sir.
Y'all don't do it. You won't make it back.
That's right.
See it for real? Cold duck.
Yes, sir.
He said, you must didn't get the right bottle.
That's right.
The right bottle had you right.
Yes, sir.
God, the man. Let's see what he said today, though. Listen.
And once in 10 yamim store of all sorts of wine, yet for all this required not I the lakam of the governor, because the bondage was heavy upon this arm. Think upon me, my Elohim.
What you do with the wine? What did you do with the wine? I poured it on the well. So I try to cut back on that bread, but I gotta get a drink. Need a grain. Nigga need a grain. Y'all drive nigga on the wall, you need a grain. He called it a grain. You know, he said, y'all keep that bread, bring that wine on.
That's right.
How many days it been?
That's right.
That don't walk right there. What day is it?
That's right.
Isn't that right? Every now and then. What's tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
That's right.
I can try to show you folks, they gave it to the show.
Yes, sir.
So I tell you this, this is what I want you to do, to consider if you pay attention and watch. These people did it in their home. Don't you know how you get tied up? This is what you'll do when you're not smart. This is how these religion get you to drink. Because the book told you that the patriarch can't, they say, here we have no continuing city.
Mm-hmm.
They sought one to come.
Sought one to come.
That's why it wouldn't be advantageous for them to sit around and just drink.
Right.
Because they realized they weren't at home.
That's right.
Yahusha said it. Not only the fact that he was told he should be called a Nazarene, which would have said pretty that he wouldn't drink.
That's right.
Because he was a Nazarene, it wasn't supposed to be that they drink until after their vow was complete.
That's right.
That's why he looked at when I get home.
Right.
Then I'll be able to do, and I'll be able to fulfill, and it'll be according to the Torah.
Yes, sir.
Because Noah was not condemned.
Mm-mm.
Noah was at home.
That's right.
He was in his tent. You'll go home and thinking you're obeying the book, and you'll realize when he told you in Tajah, here we have no continuing city.
That's right.
That's where he'll shoot you in the foot.
Yep.
Now, these religions are not smart. I don't teach ourselves because I know you're going to mess up, but see, you're going to get caught up. It's a snare to a fool.
Come on, preacher. That's right.
That's why I told you, be not drunk with wine.
Mm-hmm. We access.
The problem becomes you'll play around and you'll know what the level is.
Yep.
And you'll be thinking, I ain't drunk. You drunk, nigga.
Yep.
Once you say you ain't drunk, you drunk, nigga.
Drunk. That's right.
And the only person you trying to convince at that point is yourself.
That's right.
I've been there. I had to cut the food. They call me drunk. Oh, hell no. It's on now. I used to cut the food when they thought I was drunk. Because I was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pissed because they told me I was drunk.
Yep.
Because I wasn't drunk because I was drunk.
Yep.
Listen. There are some things we know that we know that we know. There are some things that we know that we don't know that we know that we know.
Unknown.
And there are some unknowns.
Unknown.
There are unknown knowns
No.
that we don't know.
That's right.
Nigga, you drunk.
That's right.
You drunk. When you go and put that out there in your mind and you drunk. I know nigga drunk.
That's right.
And you look at with a straight face, you drunk.
That's right.
Y'all got it? We know that we don't know them. The unknown knowns, we know that we don't know them. We drunk. So I try to get y'all to just kind of get this so you'll see where he'll tie you up. Well, a lot of people think you got a leeway now. You can go drink as long as you're at home. It's going to kill you with here we have no continuing city.
Yeah.
So you couldn't be home.
That's right.
Why wouldn't Yahushua drink it then? He told you he was not going to drink it until he got home.
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
See, when you think you're getting something to get out of something, he'll try to get you to understand something, that when we do drink it, it will be according to the Torah.
That's right.
That's why you couldn't condemn Ahasuerus. Because he told you, he had already set a decree that drinking was according to the Torah.
That's right.
When Malcolm y'all sat down, he told you, if you caught him with it now, listen, this has already been established in the statute for the Shah. That this was set before us, everything y'all mean.
That's right.
Y'all got it. So you couldn't condemn it because it don't happen. This been a Torah.
That's right.
Now you sit around there drinking every day, that's not the Torah for a Shah. Mm-hmm. Every 10 days.
That's right.
Need that break so you don't become an alcoholic.
That's right.
Y'all be like, you know, nigga, you drink every day, you're alcoholic.
That's right.
You won't tell no, if the nigga tell you alcoholic, he finna die. Nobody gonna admit they're alcoholic. How many of y'all been alcoholic? How many of y'all admit you was alcoholic when you was alcoholic? No. You be like, I don't have no problem with drinking. Other people got a problem with me drinking.
That's right.
You start rationalizing stuff, you'll see, you do, you be like, listen,
Yeah.
I can stop when I want to. I don't want to stop.
That's right.
All you done it by yourself. If I want to stop, I stop. I don't want to stop. You can't stop because you're an alcoholic. So now we done came to a sober state. That's how you try to teach her. That's what the Torah gives us. Allow us to realize what things we can freely get, just like with the dietary law. It freely let us know what we can eat and what we can have and what we couldn't have. He even gave them the choice that they could be vegetarian if they want to call it. That was your choice. He let you know now you're going to be weak now. You're going to be weak. He said, man, eat like a gorilla. Hell, I ain't no gorilla. I need some meat.
That's right.
Don't tell me how strong those gorillas are. That is soda black man.
That's right. That's right.
They have a theory. They teach that. Eat like a gorilla. Hell, ain't no gorilla.
That's right.
I'm climb, don't you have my knuckle don't drag no ground.
That's right.
I need some meat.
Yes, sir.
He said, he that weak in almanac. Say, he'll only eat herb.
That's right.
I'll sit down and eat. You say, well, you got that almanac.
Yes, sir.
You look at my plate. Almanac.
That's right.
Almanac. I remember I eat a little bat. I got some more almanac. Isn't that right?
That's right.
But the goal is for us all to sit down and just to come to reason, realize, as we start to go through and we look, I just want you to know what things are freely given, but I want you to get an understanding because these, just like what I talked about, this is set to trip up the average church. Now, I mean, people, how many of y'all think, be honest, would think it'd be okay that you could drink a little something at home? See that? But then once he hits it, look at Michelle, you, well, I said, you know how you get, you don't need no more alcohol. But it's the truth because but you can see how it will get you because it looked like, well, that's the book. I got the book. Only part gonna get you, are you saying you at home? You don't see what the problem gonna be? Are you at home?
Nope.
That's gonna be see where you'll get. Look how simple somebody come and tie you up. You'll break off, start drinking, thinking you good, thinking you got the book, and now when somebody hits you, say, "Well, what you gonna do?" He say, "Here, you have no continuing city."
Right.
But we seeking one to come.
Right. Right.
That's gonna be tight.
Tight.
But see, in your mind, but just show you how many. And I want to get y'all to just understand something. Do you understand how many people read this book and make a mess and establish it? That's what he told Yahshua their problem was. You have gone to establish your own Sadiq and you have not submitted yourself to the Sadiq Elohim.
Yes, sir.
Because what's going to kill you, if people did it, there was Torah for it.
That's right.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
All we're trying to do, folks, listen, we done did enough stupid stuff.
Yeah.
We have made enough mistakes. We can't afford to make them now. It's just too critical to sit here and all of us start drinking and everybody start measuring themselves on who drunk and who sober.
That's right. That's right.
You gonna drink, you know what I need help? I need to run to the store right quick. I ain't drunk. DUI.
Yep.
Hit somebody head on,
Yep.
your blood level over, and you gonna call my number. Shit, I ain't answering that phone.
That's right.
I don't smell the alcohol. Read it. I'm not answering that phone. Then you don't put that, you're gonna blame. Mr. Yahuwah tricked you. He didn't trick you. He's clear.
Yep.
That's why you gotta have a leader that ain't sitting around want to do. Listen, I want a person hated drinking. I used to love the drinking. I loves to smoke. I ain't one of the people speaking in front of the president. I never liked drinking. So if there was a way you can do it, I'd have found that.
Come on, preacher. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'd have drunk that.
Yes, sir. I'll drink.
But the book is such a restrictive for people that actually looking at living right. But see, if that was my main focus agenda, I wouldn't even found here there's no continuous city. He never even put that there. He'll say, you right, Smith. Y'all can drink. Everybody just go home. Then we'll meet up at each other's house. Man, I'm just getting one before I get home. Drinking in the car, right? And then they're bouncing. All over the place. It bouncing everywhere the other way it need to be.
That's right.
Do you think if John had that thing on, he was out there drunk? John, you to get drunk then. You sit there and close that thing, back nigga that thing. Y'all snort crack, don't you? The bar. That man be at the bar. Ain't that right? That thing a mess up. 999,000, 200 and no more. I had 1 million of them. That thing is serious, man. Listen, you know why we can have, That just shows you, do y'all understand how easy it is to read something and your intent is not right? It's that thing, man, you can get all of us to be here naked. By a sheet to prove it.
Yeah, that's right.
They were ashamed. We don't need to be. Y'all know how many religions start this joint? These folks get these coats where they out here butt naked in these bushes.
Yeah.
Ticks all on their ass.
Yeah.
Nudist covenant.
Yeah.
I don't want to see no fat ass. I don't want to be part of none of that.
That's right.
You know what's funny? Right here off of John, right here off of Forest Park years ago, a lot of y'all went in here young. They used to have a new one over there. By the Seals, over there by where they used to have that Seals outlet over there off Forest Park. They used to have a new place over there. I was a little kid. I used to be looking like, damn, somebody, one of them women show up. I was a little kid. I was just looking. Hope one of them step out behind a tree. I ain't know no better, but I was honest. They used to have that stuff. They been had their little nude cop because you know what? They're justified in their own right. That's what we're not trying. We don't want to be the one to justify ourselves. He that justifies us got to be Elohim. That's why we try to go back and look at or look at the book. This makes clear for us. Is this your home? Well, they got that drink in it, don't it? That easy. You can do it and you justify if this your home. Right? Yahushua himself told her, he said, I'm from above. You from beneath.
Right.
That's what it justified. That's why he want to drunk down here
That's
with.
right.
It don't make sense. If I'm from above, why would I be drinking down here?
Right.
See, that got all that. It don't take that long. Come right back. Does that make it right? Now, since you heard that, doesn't that make it clear for us?
Yes.
If this is your home, then drink. If you seek one to come, like the patriarch before Cain, then you'll hold out.
That's right. That's right.
That's two.